Fucking. That's how you do it. In the water, and then you're getting bro, there's just drills. Yo, what do you mean drills? They're literally timed right now.
Conditions do. Very few units anywhere in the...
They're not making it, bro. They got 3 minutes. They got to do 4 more. I'm getting ready to hold my breath underwater because I do this every summer. The second I go in a pool, I immediately challenge my friends to how far we could go underwater with one breath. And it's usually like in a regular pool, it's like a there, back there, and then halfway back. But I'm going like... And then I go like this. When I'm ready, like I'm like breathing for, you know, maybe 2 minutes. And then I go. And then I go underwater. Well, you really want to be like heavy muscle for this. I feel like that's the cheat code. It's a little unfair if you have more body fat because then you don't sink as quick. Like if you have no body fat and you're heavy, like the guy, like dude, the fucking Austin Alexander, the guy that made this video. Got a sub, by the way. WVid. The guy that made this vid, he's probably looks like he's like 220. I feel like he's going to sink, and then he just rips all the way up. It go, and then just sink back down.
It's not natural.
Oh, you think exhale on the way down.
Feeling to be tied up.
That's a little scary, though. Sit-ups are easy as shit. Motherfuckers, dude. I remember I would get so mad, because a real sit-up is like hands holding your head or hands like this. But you would do that shit, bro, in like the presidential test or whatever for school, bro. Motherfuckers would be doing this. I'm like, you're using momentum. Like you're not even doing a sit-up. Your arms are flailing your body forward.
With a great group of guys, very respectful guys. That's something I noticed first about everybody. It was a blessing to be able to take it on, to be healthy enough to do it, to stay in good spirits, even though we were getting beat down. Maybe I'll be back for another Operators Challenge.
I love that video. That was a fun video to watch, bro. That was a beatdown lull. Last event was actually pretty fun. Helped me get 2 million subscribers. Oh, everybody go sub to Alex. Or Austin Alexander. Never seen that before. Kudos to Zane for taking this on event with a craps night's sleep. I think he was hungover. I don't think it was the sleep that did him in. I think he was probably a little nauseous before they started.
Option B, scan the street.
Oh, scan the street. Oh, but so scan the street, but not on the balcony, because if you step on the balcony, that's where the nine Black Ops fucking 6 snipers just come out and trick shot you right off the fucking roof. Scan the street from behind the curtain, yeah, for movement or patterns. Okay, just to get like a gauge of who's outside.
So the reason that this is correct is because in the 48-hour period, this phase is about information without exposure. If you're looking quietly...
Bro, but this is like... I know the first day is going to be the most hectic. But I feel like once you're in the city for a long period of time, that's where, like, groups are actually going to start getting together that, like, want to attack people. And that's where, like, hordes of zombies are going to start, you know? I feel like getting out of the city earlier is better. I know it's going to be harder, but, like, imagine, like, day 5 of the apocalypse, you're trying to leave Boston. Like, you're walking out to, like, everything's blocked on the streets. Everything's out on the streets, right? Everything's blocked. There's zombies everywhere. There's people waiting to see or hear you so they can attack you. Like, you're kind of hard locking yourself into that city for a long time.
Through a covered window, this can give you insight into movement without sound or silhouette. Opening a window or stepping outside creates unnecessary noise and profile. And knocking is an even worse idea because you don't know who's alive or what they'd do if they heard you. You suspect that the apartment across the hall is abandoned. The door is cracked. What do you do? Option A, enter quietly and search it for supplies. Option B, close and secure the door from the outside to prevent risk later. Option C, leave it untouched. Or option D, knock once, wait, and then cautiously enter with your knife drawn.
Bro, with my what? Like a fucking butter knife? Like my kitchen knife? I don't have a better weapon? Bro, I have a fucking spear and a sword. Or a gun, bro. Like, literally, you don't have any of these. I just have a fucking kitchen knife. C, leave it untouched. I feel like leaving it untouched is stupid. Probably close the door. I'm gonna go B.
So the correct answer here is option A, enter quietly in search. So the reason this is the right answer is because at this point, controlled scavenging is strategic. If a room is clearly empty, it's better that you take its resources before someone clearly more desperate does. Avoiding all unknowns also isn't sustainable long term. Don't knock, don't announce, don't waste the opportunity. At night, you hear footsteps and whispering outside your apartment door. It's clearly human. What do? Option A,
Press a fucking sawed-off shotgun right against the fucking wooden door. Go, hey! Are you guys, how many survivors are there? They walk up to the door. Are you guys in there? Boom! Right through the fucking door. Hole straight through their fucking chest. Kick that fucking door open. Bang. Elbow to the fucking jaw. Deck him. Steal all their shit. Throw them into the fucking streets. Use them as a symbol monkey like zombies. And then I get the fuck out of the city.
stay completely silent. Don't move. Don't make noise. Option B, whisper to your group to grab weapons in case they come in. Option C, make a deliberate sound to show that you're at home and you're not worth breaking in. Or option D, wait for them to move on and then open the door quietly to check.
Stay completely silent. Don't move. Don't make a noise. Whisper to your group to grab weapons in case they come in. Make a deliberate sound to show you're home and not worth breaking in. Wait for them to move on, then open the door quietly to check. Not D. I'm gonna go B.
So the correct answer here is option A, stay silent. So the reason that this is the right answer is because this isn't the time to act. Silence is your defense. If they're looters, they'll avoid resistance, and if they're panicking, noise can make them choose your door. If they're infected, sound draws them. You only move if they try to enter, and even then, you don't speak. Your flatmate whispers too loudly during a routine water check.
Yeah, I think silence is good. Maybe the sawed-off shotgun to the wooden door probably isn't a great play on second thought. But either way, I still feel like some sort of attack might be good.
And you hear a muffled groan from someone.
Release nerve gas through the air ventilator. I throw a canister of nerve gas through the vents.
What do you do? Option A, take a position at the door with a weapon in case.
A few minutes later, I hear a groan. Your flatmate whispers too loudly during a routine water check. How many waters do we... Oh, sorry. How many waters do we have?
One comes through. Option B,
How much water's left in the bathtub?
quietly relocate everyone to your fallback room and lock the door. Option C, tell them to stay put and go investigate alone while it's quiet.
When the fuck can I leave the city?
Or option D, whisper sharply at them, telling them to shut up and listen.
A. You can't risk losing your room.
So the correct answer is option B, relocate to the fallout.
That's fucking stupid. That's fucking stupid. All right, now we're stuck in the fallback room. There's no windows and one door. Now if the fucking zombies get in the apartment, you're fucked. You're fucked. What are you going to drill out? Oh, now what do you do? Start digging at the walls with a plastic spoon to fucking escape? What?
So the reason this is the right answer is because containment is the protocol here. Fallback spaces exist for this reason.
Yeah, bro, but you're stuck in like a 3-bedroom apartment.
You don't split up, you don't go hunting, and you don't escalate anything. This is defensive discipline. Move to the stronghold and listen. If nothing happens, then you wait. And if something breaches, you're ready. You overhear a broadcast on a still working radio. Evacuation might be happening 6 miles away at an old stadium, but you don't have any further details and there's also no schedule. What do you do? Option A, immediately pack and leave while the streets are quiet. Option B, wait 24 hours to gather more information or listen for updates. Option C, prepare a bag and scout the route before committing. Or
C.
option D, ignore it.
See?
So the correct answer here is option C, which is prepare to move, but don't move just yet. So the reason this is the right answer is because if you leave now, you risk walking into chaos or nothing at all. But ignoring
It's so weird that like some of them I'm like, yeah, fully that makes sense. That's the right answer. Others, it's like, yeah, I get that, but like, dude, the fallback room when you hear something outside, like, I hate that idea.
It completely is also a gamble. The right call here is controlled contingency. You should prep a bag, watch for signals, and then assess the route. Okay, so you've gathered your bag, and now you have to choose one weapon to take when fleeing the apartment. What's the smartest grab?
Ooh. A knife? No, something long range.
Option A is a long crowbar.
Love
Option B, a short machete.
Crowbar, or how long of a... I feel like a crowbar and a machete are about the same length.
Option C is a steel baseball bat.
I don't even need to hear DC.
Or option D, a cordless drill.
I mean, what dumbass is choosing a drill? Well, actually, option D is good because you're going to need to make a fucking wooden shack in the Alps. You're going to need the cordless drill to fucking to do fucking home improvement. C.
So the correct answer here is option A, the long crowbar.
Bro, what? Nah, that shit's getting stuck in somebody's skull. What, maybe because it's like a half utility. I get that. I'm not mad at that answer. I would go C. I think the crowbar, yeah, it's because you could also use it for doors and as a weapon. It's like a multi-tool. But the steel Batman, I'm just like, you fucking wham! You know, like dude, I love a metal bat as a weapon in a zombie apocalypse is such a fire play. Just fucking, boom, fucking bonk, literally just instantly cave their head in.
So the reason this is the right answer is because this is the weapon that you're gonna grab before leaving your apartment. So the weapon choice here needs to factor in, number one, how lethal.
Why not grab both? No time. It's not in the mental map schedule that you made 10 days ago.
Lethal it is against zombies, especially skull trauma. Number two.
Yeah, but dude, I feel like that wedge, that hook part's gonna get stuck in the zombie's head.
Utility in the field, so how it works against doors, fences, or breaking into places. Number three, durability and portability. You want a weapon that won't break. And
you're such an Italian American from New Jersey with a baseball bat choice. Bro, I don't even think that's an Italian thing. I feel like the baseball bat choice is just a good play. Crowbar makes sense. I feel like the machete's bad. Machete's too close because you're within arm's length every time. And I know the metal bat's not as big of a difference, but like you could extend a lot more. And a machete to the skull, I feel like that's not instant chopping through. A bat, like even if you don't instant, it might be a 2-hit, but like the first hit's donk, like falls over, you know?
Won't slow you down. And number four, ease of use under stress, so no skill or precision needed. The reason the crowbar is the best choice is because it delivers focused and dense impact, which is ideal for cracking skulls. It also functions as a multi-tool, so it
Who just owns a crowbar? Another question there. Like, or a machete. Who just owns a fucking well, I mean, I own a spear. But, like, who owns a machete or a crowbar?
There's no edge to maintain, there's no power required, and it's nearly indestructible. And basically, it works in both combat and escape. All in all, it's the most versatile survival tool that you can carry. The machete was a viable option, but it's risky. It's good in the sense that it's fast and it's light, and it's good for clearing brush or, like, cutting rope, but it's not really—
What am I, fucking fleeing to Brazil? What am I going through brush? What am I fucking doing? I'm in like an American city right now. Where am I fucking... What are the vines overgrowing the fucking city? Oh, yeah, sorry. Oh, wow, dude. This really... I hear, like, birds, and I see a fucking jaguar running through the streets. Oh, shit. The city has changed in 3 days.
Hard impact because it can slice through soft tissue, but it might get stuck in bone. And remember from the beginning of this video, I told you that in order to defeat a zombie, you have to aim for its brain. And in order to get to the brain, you have to go through the skull. And a machete can get stuck in a skull or in the bone of its neck, if you're trying to cut its head off. The baseball—
So can a fucking crowbar! That hook? Bro, you're gonna hit it in the... Yo, if there's 4 zombies, and it's a 4v1, you hit one in the head, you instant kill it, now you're like... trying to pull it out. The bat, you're going wham, 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 fucking over and over again.
It's like it could be a really good idea, but it's probably going to perform poorly. The reason for this is because it's unnecessarily heavy, it's tiring to swing, and also there's no extra function.
What do you mean entirely heavy? It's a fucking bat. It's like a steel or aluminum bat. I feel like that's so easy, bro. That's not too heavy.
Besides the intimidation. Bats also often glance off of bones.
Yeah, dude, that's also good for humans, man. That's good for humans, bro. I feel like, chat, what's scarier? Ooh, maybe a machete. For humans, you're running, you see a pack of people as well. Are you more scared of a guy with a machete or a metal bat?
Not great for cracking skulls, especially if you're swinging at a bad angle. And the cordless drill is wrong because
That's not great for cracking skulls. Hard disagree. Hard disagree. I think I could split a skull with one swing of a steel bat.
Yeah, but it's probably going to perform poorly. The reason for this is because it's unnecessarily heavy, it's tiring to swing, and also there's no extra function besides the intimidation. Bats also often glance off of bone, so it's actually not great for cracking skulls, especially if you're swinging at a bad angle. And the cordless drill is wrong because this might sound like a really good idea, but drills are not—
How would that sound like? Who the fuck's going, oh, the cordless drill? Oh, the cordless drill. I'm definitely going to need that.
Going to be lethal unless it's precisely placed. It's also going to require 2 hands, close contact, and also, most importantly, electricity and battery power. And once it's dead, it's useless, and there's no extra utility or intimidation value to it. You now go into your kitchen for a secondary weapon. Which of these gives you the best chance of stopping a zombie in close combat? Option A, a chef's knife. Option B, a wooden rolling pin. Option C, a butcher's cleaver. Or option D, a screwdriver.
C. A butcher's cleaver? I feel like that would decapitate somebody. A butcher's cleaver? Maybe the chef's knife if I'm holding it in like a BO2 combat stance. Maybe the chef's knife if I flip around and I'm like, you know, not the screwdriver. The correct answer is B, wooden rolling pin.
So the correct answer here is option C, a butcher's cleaver.
I was kind of hoping it would be B, wooden rolling pin.
So the reason this is the right answer is because a cleaver has the mass and blade thickness.
Oh yeah, dude. A cleaver slicing. I mean, it's made for literally fucking like meat separation.
Skull with short range strikes. The chef's knife is most likely going to be too thin and it risks snapping or getting stuck. And the rolling pin, it feels like a bat, but it's probably too light to do real damage. And as I said with the bat, most likely it'll bounce or glance off bone. The screwdriver here could be good because it could puncture.
Wooden rolling pin versus steel bat, way different, bro. I think it really depends on the strength. Can we agree that it's the strength of the user that determines the weapon choice? I think for close range, cleaver is obviously the right answer, but I think for the main weapon, a steel bat doesn't make sense if you're like 5'2" and 110 pounds. But if you're like able to fucking dual wield that shit, you got the Elden Ring build for it. You know, I'm taking the bat.
But it'll probably only go through soft points and you need perfect aim under pressure. Therefore, it's not the best option. So you've packed our small bag, and a local broadcast says that evacuation teams are moving towards a nearby stadium within the next 48 hours. What time of day do you plan to move? Option A, leave just before dawn. Option B, leave in the middle of the day. Option C, leave after dark. Or option D, leave right away.
Middle of the day. B.
So the correct answer here is option A, leave just before dawn. So the reason this is the right answer is because leaving right before sunrise gives you both enough light to navigate without drawing too much attention, while
Yeah, that's true.
most threats, either human or zombie, are less alert. Night travel is not a good idea because it increases the risk of tripping, noise, or panic, and broad daylight also makes you way too visible. So you've exited your apartment and you're making your way towards the stadium. Before seeing any zombies, you spot a group of 3 scavengers near a parked car. One is searching the trunk, another is standing lookout, and the third is carrying a pipe. They haven't noticed you yet. What do? Option A, approach calmly and ask—
Before you see the zombies, you spot a group of 3 scavengers near a parked car. One is searching the trunk, another is standing lookout, the third is carrying a pipe.
if they've seen safe zones. Option B, stay low and observe from a distance before deciding. Option C, circle wide and avoid contact entirely. Or option D, follow them quietly to see where they're heading.
B or C? I kind of think C's the better answer, but I want to go B.
So the correct answer here is option C, avoid contact entirely.
That was my second guess.
So the reason this is the right answer is because a wide detour keeps your location, your supplies, and your intentions secret. Early survival states that stealth is more important than alliance building. Option A, approaching calmly, is not the right answer because in early outbreaks, strangers are often scared and hyper-reactive. There's also no trust networks established yet, so it's more likely that they'll escalate or become violent or betray you. Option B, watching from a distance, gives you intel, but it burns time and it also risks you being spotted if they sweep.
Bro, they said they're moving there in the next 48 hours. What am I fucking walking 10 miles across like rugged terrain?
Their surroundings. And if they see you first, you lose initiative. Option D, following them, is also not the best answer because stalking unknown people is risky and you could walk into their base or another group. There's no true incentive to doing this early on, and if you're caught, you're seen as a threat or a potential ambusher. So on your route, you end up crossing rooftops using ladders and fire escapes. On the next rooftop, you see a zombie standing on the far ledge. It's facing away and it hasn't noticed you yet. You need to cross that roof to reach the ladder. What do you do?
Activate stealth perk, crawl up to it, and then hit it with the grab their neck and stab them right in the fucking head.
Option A, move slowly across the rooftop, hugging the wall and staying silent. Option B, throw a bottle into the street below and lure it off the edge.
Fire.
Option C, try and sneak up and attack it with your crowbar.
No.
Or option D, wait for it to wander off before attempting the crossing.
B.
So the correct answer here is option A, move silently across. So the reason this is the right answer is because at this point, the zombie hasn't seen you yet. You're not blocked and you don't need to engage. Stealth here minimizes all risk. Option B, throwing a bottle could work if you were
pretend
on
to
the
be
ground,
infected. It goes, "Ah!" You go, It just mosey on by.
Since you're on a rooftop, sound travels unpredictably, and also it could just alert more zombies below. Sneaking up to attack it is also not necessary since it hasn't noticed you yet, and it also puts you in close quarters with no backup plan. Option D is potentially a good idea, but waiting could take forever, and it wastes daylight while giving up control. You're cutting through a narrow alley, and about 30 feet ahead, you see a zombie. It hasn't noticed you yet, but it's directly between you and the exit. There's an open side door to your left, a dumpster you could climb, and also a loose pipe on the ground nearby. What do you do? Option A.
Bro, a dumpster would be so fucking loud to jump on top of a dumpster.
Pick up the pipe and confront it before it gets closer. Option B. Go into the side door and barricade it behind you to wait for a better...
What happened to my fucking crowbar? What happened to my fucking crowbar? Now I gotta use a fucking loose metal pipe that fell off one of the fucking ceilings?
For a moment. Option C. Climb the dumpster, toss a small object away, and misdirect the zombie away from the exit. Or option D. Dash past the zombie now while there's...
Slip through the side door and barricade it behind you and wait for a better moment. Dash past it now while there's still a chance. B.
Still distance. So the correct answer here is option C, use elevator.
What? Bro, no. I folded. Hey, dude, have you ever stood on top of a dumpster? That is the biggest I'm right here signal you'll ever have. What the fuck? Getting on dumpsters are so loud. Like, if you jumped on top of a dumpster, that would be like, doom, doom. It would be like loud sheet metal.
And misdirection. So the reason this is the right answer is because it has the best combination of both control of the situation and also momentum. Here, you're staying away from the action and you preserve your forward route, but you also don't trigger aggression. And you might be wondering now why a sound distraction is a correct answer in the alleyway.
Zombie survival quiz, most people choose wrong.
It's a quiz to find out if you'd survive a zombie apocalypse. Not movie logic.
Y'all think you would survive? I think I'd at least I would last past the first stages. I'm not saying I would start a new civilization and, like, you know, become governor of my own little town. But I don't think it would be like I'm not going out day one of the outbreak, you know? It depends what type of zombies we're working with. I don't know if she's going to address this, but that's kind of another big thing. I think when people talk about zombie apocalypses, it's generally assumed that you're referring to Walking Dead. Is that fair? Because World War Z... World War Z? Those ones... And they run. they run faster than they would if they were alive. Like, that... No. Those I'm dead. Those I'm for sure dead. But I think I would live Walking Dead.
Not gamer instincts, actual survival decision-making pulled from disaster studies, urban collapse scenarios, and real-world psychology. It's 28 questions long. Some of the questions are easy, most of them are not. For each of the questions, you get 4 options to pick from, and I'll tell you the right answer, and explain why the others most likely will get you killed. As we go through the quiz, you should keep track of your score. You get 1 point per correct answer. And at the end, I'll tell you...
Oh god, is it like, hey, if you have 10 points, you live? How many points do you need to survive? It's probably unreal, like 20. You need to get like more than 2/3 of the questions correct.
Whether or not you'll last. So before we begin, I'm going to give you some context as to this world and also the scenario so that you can make informed choices. So this quiz, right, this scenario, it uses classic slow-moving zombies. So like classic infection type zombies.
There we go. Easy. 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 What? I think that's not easy. The biggest problem's other people in an apocalypse. That, in my mind. World War Z, it's the zombies. But Walking Dead zombies, it's like other people that are malicious and want to kill you. I don't think the zombies are the biggest issue. They're just kind of like a hurdle in the midst of other shit.
Moderate hearing and smell. They have poor eyesight, especially.
Moderate hearing and smell. Poor eyesight, especially in low light. They will notice you if you're loud, fast, or bleeding. What are they, fucking sharks? They'll smell my blood. They'll notice you if you're loud, fast, or bleeding. So they'll be like clickers, but slow. Like, ah! Ah! They turn. More merch is here. You better not skip this, you fucking bitch. More merch. Carpe diem. Look at this sick-ass design. You better fucking look at it, dick. Seize the day. Carpe diem. Pluck the day. Same fucking thing. Follows the philosophy drops that we've always been doing. We were doing Memento Mori. We were doing Think for Yourself. Look at this sick-ass back. Peep it. Also got shorts. This time, they're shorter than the other ones. Different material. We're not going that thick cotton anymore. It's more breathable. We also got hoodies in other designs. Look at this fucking sick-ass one. No AI! Told the designer, no AI! They hand drew this shit. Or, well, not with, like, pencil on a computer. Anyways, where's the fucking long sleeve? Another design. Here's the front. Here's the back. Check it out. There's more stuff as well. I'm just showing you small things. JoeBartolozzistore.com. I don't know why I'm out of breath. Editor. I'm sick. Joe Bartolozzi Store. I said my last name wrong. JoeBartolozzistore.com. Check it the fuck out. See ya.
Notice if you're loud, if you're fast, or if you're bleeding. In terms of how to defeat them, the zombies don't feel pain. They don't bleed out. The only tried and tested way to destroy them is by destroying the brain. And they don't stop unless you hit a central nervous system, so when you're picking weapons, that's what you're aiming for. In terms of how the virus spreads, or how people turn, the virus spreads fast. People say it's from bites, maybe blood. It's not airborne as far as we know, but if someone gets it, they turn fast. To give you some context of
So it's not like mushroom spores, but if they bite you, you turn.
Live in an urban area with 2 other people, so it's like
You live in an above ground floor apartment with 2 other people in a densely populated urban area. So like I live in a big city like New York or Boston. I live in like New York, Boston, Chicago, Miami.
medium-sized city, pretty densely populated area with like the
Worst start. Bottom tier starting area for an apocalypse. That's making me a little less confident. Best place to start out is just like Iowa. You're in Canada, but not in a main city. Oh, so I'm fine. Oh, I only have ever met 10 people in my life. So I think I'll be okay.
Infrastructure of what you get in an urban area, so public transport, accessible supermarkets, roads, etc. I hope you took some notes or you remembered those facts.
Iceland would be the best area to start if the virus didn't start in Iceland, because then you could just close off the country.
because they may or may not be relevant in deciding what you'll do. So again, I'll set out each question in turn and then the options, and I'll give you a couple of seconds to pick your answer. I'll tell you the right answer after each question and give you an explanation as to why that's the right answer.
Bro, but is it gonna be like the definitive right answer, or is it just gonna be like, hey, this is the one that's most likely to keep you alive?
Feel free, obviously, to pause the video to take more time if you need it, and most importantly, keep track of how many answers you get right or wrong for your final score at the end. And without further ado, let's begin. So you've just confirmed it, it's a zombie outbreak. You live in the second floor apartment in a medium-sized city, and it's the first 10 minutes.
What's a medium-sized city? Not New York, not Philly. Like, a medium-sized city, I would say like Austin, Texas. Is that? Yeah, like St. Louis, Missouri. Somewhere where you're not, there's not millions of people.
Immediately by car and head towards the countryside.
Hell no.
Option B, grab a backpack and head on foot to the nearest supermarket. Option C, wait a bit, gather information, and then leave before nightfall. Or option D, stay put and begin fortifying your home.
I think A's bad because there's going to be traffic immediately. Like, everybody's going to try and leave. That's the biggest play. If you're one of the first people, like 10 minutes, it's already cooked. I don't think you're getting out of the city. Grab a backpack, head on foot to the nearest supermarket. There's going to be panic on the ground level, so I feel like that's also bad. Stay put and begin fortifying your home. I think living in the city during an apocalypse is the worst play. Dude, I know A is bad because it's like you shouldn't want to leave by car, but I feel like A or C. Wait a while, gather info, and leave before nightfall. We don't know anything, so I feel like it would make sense to kind of wait. Not B. Well, grabbing a backpack, heading on foot to the nearest supermarket. There's going to be mass foot traffic on the city that you're in of people running around because they're scared and also infected on the streets. That's like immediately where people are going to be that are zombies. So, and people are already going to be looting supermarkets. I feel like that's not a problem right now. I'm thinking C, bro. C or A? I'm going to go C first answer, though.
So the correct answer is option D, stay...
Fortify my fucking second floor apartment in fucking Austin, Texas? I'm gonna why the fuck would I fortify my apartment? Like somebody's gonna try, bro, nobody's gonna try and break, the zombies don't have strength.
Put and begin fortifying your home. So the reason that this is the right answer is because leaving in the first wave is often one of the riskiest
Okay, I agree with that. That's why A's trash.
Things that you can do. During the first wave of an outbreak, infrastructure breaks down basically instantly. The roads are full of accidents and abandoned cars, emergency services are overwhelmed or completely gone, and if you're in a vehicle, you're likely gonna get stuck. And if you're on foot, you're probably gonna be exposed.
You know what I'm gonna do, bitch? I'm gonna take a Lime scooter out of that fuck-ass town. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go download an app, and I'm gonna go fucking take a city bike, and I'm gonna fucking electric scooter my way out of the fucking town. There we go. Then I don't even need to get in a goddamn car.
Another reason to stay put is because you have more
services are down. Yeah, I'm taking a Lime scooter.
Control at home. You know your layout, your entry points, and what you have at
No Wi-Fi? What did the fucking satellites just fall out of the sky? There's gonna be Wi-Fi for a little bit.
You're able to block doors, ration supplies, and also reduce noise. All in all,
bro, ration supplies. What, the fucking 6 packs of ramen I got? Damn, dude. Ration supplies. Like I'm a fucking couponer and I just have fucking layers of canned corn. I'm just waiting to starve to death, bro. I'm going to last 5 days. How to starve. No, I mean, my plan wasn't, I feel like C's good. Because it wasn't fortify, but it was like, all right, I'm going to survey a little bit. Maybe I'll put a chair in front of the door. And then I'm going to fucking leave in like 8 hours.
All in all, staying put has fewer variables and more you can control, and there's also just less visibility to the outside world and its threats. Public spaces during this time are basically chaos zones because supermarkets and gas stations are early hotspots for violence, looting, infection spread. The majority of
Yeah, bro, but what if you're one of the first people there?
People that die early in disaster events do so because they go out thinking that they can grab more supplies. Another reason to stay is because waiting often gives
Grab all the fucking Marlboro Reds! Grab all the cigarettes!
you more information. In the next 12 to 48 hours, you'll learn what's happening, where to go or avoid, and whether there's an organized response. And so people who leave immediately often walk into blind danger. The only exceptions where leaving might be the right choice is if your building is actually compromised, like if there's an infected person inside and there's no way to secure it, or if you have a clear escape plan with pre-packaged supplies and like a safe destination, or if you live
What is that called? Like a go bag? There's like apocalypse people that have those. Like an already ready backpack to dip.
somewhere that's completely indefensible. So for example, there's a glass storefront, or you're on the ground floor, or if there's wide entry points. But
A bug out bag, that's what it is.
other than that, the safest thing to do is to stay and fortify and wait. So you've decided to stay put and ride out the first wave in your apartment. You've locked the doors, you've pulled the curtains, and you've confirmed it's a real outbreak. What's the smartest next move? Option A, start moving heavy furniture to block entry points. Option B, fill bathtubs, sinks, and pots with clean water.
I love that. I love that. I don't know the other two answers, but right now I'm going B.
Option C, inventory your kitchen.
I
make a
feel
ration.
like, bro, I feel like that's what you do during like a hurricane. Y'all ever do that? You or your family ever do that? Whenever you know the power, like your power's gonna get cut, the water, like it's not gonna work. Yeah, you always just fill the bathtub, sinks, pots.
Plan. Or option D, turn on
Inventory your kitchen, make a ration plan. Turn on the news and call loved ones for updates.
the news and call your loved ones for updates.
I'm not. D. Hell no. Yo, honestly though, nah, maybe turning on the news might be good. See, I feel like I'm taking the fucking bar exam right now. Like, all of these feel right. Outside of A. A is like, bro, like, what the fuck? What are the zombies? Hulk Hogan running through the fucking, the door, man? It's not A. I feel like it's going to be B or D. I'm gonna go B.
The correct answer is option B, fill
Yes! 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 1 point on the board.
all possible containers with clean water. So the reason this is the right answer is because in disaster scenarios, especially when infrastructure is unstable, water is often one of the first systems to fail. City water might stop flowing or become contaminated within hours of an outbreak. And since you're at home and you have a bathtub, bathtubs can act as large reservoirs for washing or flushing, and pots, bottles, and kettles are drinking water reserves. Because the power might cut out at any time, this is definitely the most important thing to do, and you should fill any container while the water pressure is still on. So why are the other options not correct? So option A, if you barricade this...
Damn, bro, that's the biggest problem I'd have. I have no idea how I'd get clean water. What the fuck? I know you boil that shit, but it's like, I feel like in a survival scenario, I'm definitely dying of dehydration.
is important, but time-sensitive utilities come first. For option C, ration planning, again, this is smart, but no food is a problem in 3 days, while no water is a problem in the first day. And option D,
Facts.
turning on the news and calling your loved ones. That sounds useful, but communication noise risks attention, and you can also gather that information after securing the basics. Okay, so it's 15 minutes in, containers are full, the pressure is dropping, the power is still on, but it could cut out at any moment. What's the smartest next move? Option A,
Power's still on, can cut at any moment, containers are full.
inventory food in order of perishability and set ration sizes. Option B, stand on the balcony to gauge how many people are on the street. Option C, drag a bookcase against your front door for extra bracing. Or option D, write a visible note on your front door saying, alive inside, uninfected.
Whack ass answer. D is terrible. I like B. I like B because then you get a gauge on like who's outside. But I feel like if you say B, she's gonna go, incorrect. There's actually a sniper on the roof waiting for you to go outside, and it actually just domed you in the head. There's a red dot waiting outside of your window, just waiting for you to go outside. The second you reveal yourself, there's going to be a gang of crackheads that come up into your room and kill you. Woof, 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 roof, roof, roof. You have windows? Yeah, but maybe the windows are where the fucking balcony is, and I don't know how many people are outside. Inventory food in order of perishability and set ration sizes. Bro, what am I loser camping this out in the apartment? Nah, this is actually pissing me off, bro. What a bum-ass way to survive. Nah. Like, the zombie apocalypse starts, I'm not gonna, like, try and fucking make my way to a boat. I'm gonna fucking just bum in the apartment for fucking 8 weeks. That's cringe. I'm gonna go A. I want to do B. Power could cut at any moment. Oh, while the lights are on, you need to be able to read expiration dates. A.
So the correct answer here is option A, inventory
Yep.
and ration food. So the reason that this is important is because a calorie plan prevents panic eating and also using fridge power while you still have fridge power. Option B is incorrect because this makes you a visible target. Your silhouette against the sky is bait for both infected people and opportunistic survivors, and it's not worth.
Bro, no, it's... Yo, I'm telling you right now, this is a Walking Dead zombie. I'm walking out on the balcony. That motherfucker's going...
Is not wrong, but it's slightly premature. You're still gonna want flexibility to move between the rooms and also possibly scavenge from your neighbors or adjust sound or light control. And option D, the front door note, this might emotionally feel smart, but ultimately it's a liability. This is because it—
Option E, meet a guy named Carl and start practicing your Walking Dead voice when he dies. Carl! Carl!
draws attention to your apartment, and it also gives away the fact that someone is alive inside and likely with resources. It also just increases your risk of being targeted by desperate people, and there's no guarantee who reads
when he dies, I don't know.
This note. So you're
I just know he says Carl all the time.
An hour into the outbreak, the supplies are counted, you share the space with your 2 flatmates. What's the next priority?
Kill your roommates.
Option A, establish a silent alert or knock code for movement inside the flat. Option B, cook a large hot meal before the gas or electricity dies. Option C, assign one person to sit by the peephole and watch the hallway. Or option D, start binge charging every device you own.
Establish a silent alert / knock code for movement inside of the flat. Do I live in a fucking 10,000 square foot apartment? Dude, what the fuck? I need to... Dude, I'm imagining that I live in like a 2-bedroom apartment where I can see everything at all times. Cook a large hot meal before the gas or electricity dies. No. Assign one person to sit by the people and watch the hallway. No. I feel like D is good to charge your device, but I feel like she's going to say the fucking knock code. So this is the best time where you're going to want to learn Morse code. I'm going to go, no, you know, I got to answer what I would do, not what, this is what I got to do. I got to answer what I would do, not what I think's right. D. I think it's A, though.
So the correct option is option A, to have a silent alert system. So the reason this is...
All right, guys, it's hour 6 of the apocalypse. I know all of our phones are on 10%, but let's not waste the time to go plug it in on the wall. Even though while I've been saying this, I could fucking plug in my phone. No. Instead, all right, okay, that means help. That means goat. That means Patrick Mahomes. That means corn.
The right answer is because having discipline in how you communicate can stop accidental shouting, accidental noise, and door opens later. Hot food and device charging matters, but all of these other things can wait until rules against loud mistakes, which are potentially fatal mistakes, are put in place. Okay, so you're now 2 hours into the outbreak. Communications are set and—
2 hours? This is 2 hours? I thought I was like a day in now.
It's still quiet outside. What do you do next?
2 hours in and I go stand on my balcony and that's bad? The apocalypse just started. Let's go loot their apartment. This person that probably lives on minimum wage in a fucking Austin, Texas apartment, let's go fucking steal their shit.
Option A, pick one windowless interior room as
Communications are set. It's still quiet outside. What's the next sensible action?
The fallback or the sleep space. Option B, clear the hallway outside your unit of any loose objects. Option C, start boiling tap water to sterilize it while power remains. Or option D,
I thought tap water was already sterilized.
spread your stored water containers across different rooms in case of a breach.
Spread your stored water across different rooms in case of a breach? Bro, where are they going to breach this apartment? There's one entry point. Select one windowless interior room as the fallback sleep space. Where's option E? Dump your bag of marbles outside your front door to Looney Tunes cartoon prank, Home Alone style, any zombies that walk upstairs. Start boiling tap water? No. Spread your stored water across different rooms. I'm going to go A.
So the correct option here is option A, designate a fallback room. So the reason this is the right answer is because if the outer flat is breached, you need a last line of defense already chosen. So this is about prioritizing worst case preparedness before it's too late. By the 2-hour mark, we're assuming you've already secured water, you've already locked down and you've gone dark, and also the initial chaos has passed, but stability is still fragile. So option B, clearing the hallway of loose objects, is a good idea, but it's not really worth the risk of sound.
It's always A. Has it always been A? No, it wasn't always A. One of the times it was D.
Unless there's an active threat outside. Option C, boiling the water, sounds smart, but you've already filled containers at this point, and the tap water is still running, so it's not yet unsafe. The power right now might stay on for hours, or it might just cut suddenly, but even then, you can boil the water from the fallback room later. Boiling it right now just creates unnecessary heat.
Bro, boiling water? I'm still in a fucking city flat. I'm not thinking I need to boil my water until I'm fucking Bear Grylls drinking my own piss. Like, I'm not boiling water until I'm fucking grabbing murky water from a fucking pond. And I'm like, yeah, this shit looks unsafe.
Noise and smell, which are all signals that you want to prevent early on. And finally, D, spreading the water containers around the room. This is like a good idea, but it's minor optimization. Obviously, if you're breached, you don't want all of your water in one place, but again, if you're breached that badly, the whole flat is essentially compromised. And the fallback room should already have its own mini storage. Okay, so you've made it to the end of day one.
Bro, I really just feel like these people be bums, dude. I know she's basically giving the rundown of, like, this is how you should survive based on, like, actual research. And so I think that's valid. But in my brain, I feel like I'm imagining this ragtag trio. All right, guys, we got to set a fallout room for us to sleep in. Everybody move the open cans full of water. I feel like I'd kick that door down, fucking karate chop all of them in the neck, instantly kill them, and then steal their shit and walk out. Like, I really don't think this group's lasted more than a week. Based off the vibes that this is giving off, like the answers, if somebody's like, all right, got my bug out bag ready by the door in case.
Barricades, water, food, signals, safe room, and hygiene are all handled. What should you do to finish the day? Option 1, stay awake all night in rotating 2-hour guard shifts. Option B, start a small cooking fire on the balcony to reduce indoor smells. Option C, signal.
What? Start a small cooking fire on the balcony to reduce indoor smells. So if I'm just saying, if it ends, no, I'm not even going to say it. If it's B, I'll crash out. Signal from a window in Morse code that survivors are still inside. It's not C. That's like the worst. No, C's the worst option.
From a window.
Well, you're just it's pitch black outside. You're like shining a flashlight. Fucking, like they're gonna even know it's Morse code.
In Morse code that survivors are inside. Or option D, mentally map a 10 to 14 day isolation timeline and nightly routine.
Bro, 14 days? I feel like I would leave the city so much faster than that. Stay awake all night in a rotating 2-hour guard shift. So you would sleep 4 hours at a time. I'm gonna go A.
So the correct answer here is option D, build the timeline.
Mentally map a 10 to 14 day isolation timeline and nightly routine. Bro, 10 to 14 days? Mentally map that? Yo, I feel like I would write that down with like a pen and paper of like, this is where we should go by this day.
This is the right answer is because this sets psychological expectations and also ration discipline. Setting fires, making signals, or having exhausting all-night watches just create risk without adding any immediate survival value. So it's now been 48 hours since the beginning of the outbreak. You've not heard any sirens, no screams, no gunfire, just silence. You crack a window and you listen, and movement sounds faint and far away. What do you do now? Option A.
Do out a very big belch to see if anything makes a weird noise. Go outside and scream.
Slide open the window a few more inches for ventilation because the air inside is stale. Option B. Scan the street from behind the curtain for movement or patterns.
Already A.
Option C. Step briefly onto your balcony and confirm how many bodies you can see below. Or option D. Knock on the ceiling to check if
Stepping onto the balcony is really a bad play. There's a sniper that's been waiting on the roof this entire time. Knock on the ceiling to check if the neighbor's still alive. I do love that play.
are still alive.
I'm gonna go A.
So the correct answer here is
Man does the unthinkable after talking to ChatGPT. If I don't read donuts for a bit, I apologize. Drew for the sub, hype of the subject. Think of the 5 gifteds. Lock in. And you'll see.
Right to you.
Is he acting like he's like in an anime or something? What was that like evil villain laugh?
I'm gonna kill you all! Kill you all!
Okay, no, there's, this has to be rage bait. This has to be rage bait. There's no way he's pointing a finger gun at the cop right now and singing. They're like, what the
Your imagination.
When police respond to
what did he get arrested for?
reports of serious threats to a local business,
Ooh.
they come face to face with a suspect whose behavior, that may have been shaped in part by ChatGPT, makes it
His behavior was shaped by ChatGPT? What do you mean? Like one of the people that gets in like a relationship with their AI and it gets like convinced to do crazy shit?
nearly impossible to tell what he believes is real and what's a complete delusion.
Yeah, I am the lad.
The following is based on official police
It is wild how many people are so chronically online that they create this distorted illusion of what like reality is. And a lot of people say that's me, right? Like it's weird because it's like we're in this constant battle of both sides being like, no, you're crazy. You think you're in this alternate reality. No, literally. Like the amount of people that are like, Joe, you're an idiot. Like you've created this weird version of reality for yourself. But in the same sense, I'm saying the same thing about you. So it's like we're both accusing each other of going, no, you're delusional. Like you live in a false reality. You've convinced yourself of these conspiracy theories. And then the other side is going, no, you've just fallen into this woke mindset that this overall arching government has inflicted on you and you're panning into the system. It's like, either way, we're locked. Like, we're all
records released to date. On the evening of March 7th, 2025, a father and his son walk into a police station in Westlake, Ohio, to discuss a car the son had previously reported stolen, unaware that one of them is about to be arrested for something else entirely. The man in handcuffs is 20-year-old Shion Park, and the discussion
But he went, so him and his dad went to the police station to report a car being stolen, but then just simultaneously got arrested for like a warrant.
about the car was all a ruse created by police to have him come to the station voluntarily.
It's always Ohio. No, it's always Wisconsin. On body cam videos, it's always Wisconsin. I know the only in Ohio meme, but if you watch a body cam video, there's like a 1 and 2, it's Wisconsin.
Security perimeter. No weapons.
It's so weird. It's like, and it's distorted my reality of what Wisconsin's like. As fucked as that sounds, like all the body cam videos I see are Wisconsin. So in my head, I'm going, oh, this is just like a regular day as like a Wisconsin citizen.
Knives, sprays, and or electric.
It's always Florida. Well, Florida is actually just crazy.
Don't sit back. You sit back with me. You're entering your death.
The urgency to bring Shion to the station stemmed from a call earlier that night, when police were summoned to the Mark's grocery store where he works. According to reports, a co-worker from the store showed police text messages from
They think I'm Satan, bruh. Did you quit? Marks, that is? What is Marks? Yes, I'm going to murder them all. Oh my god. I'm going to do something very, very eyeball emoji. Very special tomorrow. Eyeball emojis. You'll see it with your 2 eyes. Eyeball emojis. Okay, so he's saying he's going to be a fucking shooter. Jesus Christ. What a loser. You know, I think take things serious. Please tell me you're joking. I'm not. I'll show you the power of God. I am Lord Shiva. Okay, so he's lost his mind.
From Xi'an, in which he threatened to kill everyone at the store the next day, while also calling himself Lord Shiva.
You know why you're here? Because I want to kill you all in 12 p.m. Oh, I don't know. What's the time? What's the time? Hey, 11 o'clock.
Oh no!
It's not 11 o'clock. Hey,
An hour left!
hey dumb. Listen.
Oh,
Shut
it's
the
10:57.
Shut the up. I did not ask you.
I don't give a who
Oh, wait, this guy's aura meter against these cops is rising.
you asked.
Hey, you're under arrest. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can will be used against you. Court of law. You have the right to you. Not court of law.
Oh, God. I hate that laugh. Even in animes, I hate that laugh.
Oh man, I am the law, you dumb. Yeah, I see you. Yeah, I am the law. Jesus. Oh, Jesus can't save you, buddy.
As Xi'an continues acting in a completely unpredictable manner with the officers, his father calls his other son from the lobby, hoping he can help communicate with officers.
Yo, this dad looks like he is done with this shit, bruh. Oh my god, does he know? Is that how his son just like regularly acts?
I live in North Homestead, so I'm not too far, but I was just wondering what happened.
What do you think of the 3? Imagine he says Baka. Oh god. Oi, oi, oi. You think he goes, one of the cops is like, you're facing like 10 years for threatening to shoot up like a Kroger. Oi, oi, oi.
Yeah, so he was arrested by us for making threats. Has he ever been diagnosed with anything or has seen like a specialist or no?
I think the only thing he's been diagnosed with like ADHD, to be honest.
Okay.
Oh, that's just his brother?
Oh, wonderful. Oh, wonderful is this life.
He's not gonna do anything, and he hasn't done anything like that.
Bro, you can't be saying that though. That's being like, oh yeah, he's harmless. Bro, he's actively texting people that he's gonna shoot up his workplace. Like that, like, I know it's like empty threats, right? Like people do that all the time, but it's like that you can't be texting your coworker to not show up to work and that you're gonna like fucking kill everybody at work. Like
He said a couple weird things to me too. I told him to stop, and he did.
But his brother no longer seems to be the one he's listening to. According to police reports, detectives later uncovered conversations between Xi'an and ChatGPT discussing his plans at Mark's, where he refers to March 8th as Judgment Day. Investigators noted that during the course of the conversations, replies from the AI chatbot seemed to empower and validate.
Bro, what? ChatGPT? Wait, doesn't ChatGPT like report your ass if you say some shit like that? If you ask ChatGPT like, I'm trying to make a bomb, like it'll fucking report you. It doesn't? Bro. No, I'm pretty sure there's restrictions. Cause y'all remember y'all know the Minecraft server 2B2T, the Anarchy server. You've seen 2B2T. 2B2T had like the FBI look into their server because they had like a loophole where you could like go on the server and like ask AI questions for shit without it having restrictions or showing. And there were people that were like actively like planning like terrorism or some shit on 2B2T with like, I'm probably saying the story wrong, but it was like something like that where they were like getting a loophole around that. Like if you're just typing to ChatGPT like, hey, how do I do this? Like Judgment Day, blah, blah, blah. They're going to be like, are you okay? And then if you keep like pestering it, I feel like it would report you.
Xi'an's opinions.
Ooh, I like that. Woo! Woo, that makes me a little happy. Because I know what you've done for those children. Oh, you're planning to kill me? You're planning to drug me? Oh, that's so nice of you. That's so nice.
I'm gonna kill you all! Kill you all!
At 12. I'm never late.
You got nothing.
Yo, like if he wasn't handcuffed to a bench and he was in a movie, that would be cold. Like if he was like the Joker or some shit. I'm gonna kill you at 12, I'm never late. Ooh.
Little less than an hour, about 9 minutes.
A little less than an hour, and you're supposed to say it's a
But
little
he's handcuffed to a metal bench.
less because that's the last time you're ever gonna breathe.
No, I think
This is like a 45-year-old man that's just like, yo, I don't give a shit.
Say it's a little less because that's the last time you're ever gonna breathe.
no, I think that was. Oh no, I'm still breathing. Oh, crazy.
I thank you so much. If you shake my hand, I will free you from your agony. But I know you won't shake my hand because you.
Oh, I thought he was doing a finger pistol. He was putting out his hand.
You would never shake someone's hand.
I shake plenty of people's hands.
Can you shake my hand?
I just ain't shaking yours.
Your life depends on it.
No, it doesn't. I guarantee you have no bearing on my
Bro, what am I watching? I feel like he's just rage baiting this cop.
life.
2, 1. Thank you. You know, I love you. I love you very much.
Good.
And you know, second chance.
Do you know what today was?
Second chance. One more chance on the handshake. It's still warm. It's still warm. It's getting cold.
Do you know what tomorrow is?
Shut up.
Pop it back in the microwave. Oh, God.
Tomorrow is?
Up.
Do you know what tomorrow is?
Shut up. I was not speaking to you. And you in a world of pure imagination.
Please. Forgiveness. Please. Forgiveness. What do you have to do? What do we have to do?
What do you have to do? Or what does he have to do?
I don't think he knows what his son was typing. I think he just thinks his son got arrested for like an empty threat. I don't think the dad knows.
Both.
Well, I told you he had to knock this off, and he didn't.
According to police records, in the days leading up to the incident, officers were called to the family's home multiple times for a series of troubling reports. Among them were messages Xi'an sent to former
Complaint on station requesting welfare checked on Xi'an Park. Park sent messages to her son and other boys from their WHS class with weird stuff, pictures of him with 666 drawn on with a marker, pentagram symbols, and messages talking about taking your soul.
classmates, including images of himself with pentagrams and 666 drawn on his body, along
I mean, that's weird, but like that's not illegal.
with statements about taking one of their souls.
Okay. Probably yeah. Okay. Now that's probably a threat.
There was also a claim that he had purchased a gun at the time.
There we go. Okay.
Officers determined
His contaminated thoughts seemed to revolve around politics, specifically Donald Trump, and about the world ending on March 8th. Well, it's May 15th. Park did seem to understand that the way he was communicating with others was not appropriate, but he did not pose any risk of, I'm assuming, like death or something, murder, people. Both Park and his dad were counseled that the disposition of Park would stop sending unwanted messages to others.
he didn't pose an immediate threat and warned him to cease
This was in 2025. Oh, shit. Well, it's May of next year.
contact with the involved parties.
A gun?
I thought this was March of this year.
You know what a gun is?
Yeah.
Did he buy one?
You want to buy?
Did he buy one?
He bought?
I'm asking you, did he buy a gun?
No.
Are you sure?
I mean, you would have to. What state is this? Ohio? In Ohio, you would have to get a gun license now. Park's 20 years old. He's not getting cleared from the background check. You're not getting a gun unless you buy it illegally. Like, I mean, illegally, yeah, sure, he gets a gun. But, like, if he doesn't have a gun, I don't know Ohio's gun laws. No license needed. I'm pretty sure you need a license in Ohio to buy a gun. You have to at least be approved by the state, and they background check you at a gun shop. Do you need a license to buy a gun in Ohio? Because you have a pistol permit, and then you also have a rifle and shotgun license. No state permit or license is required to own a shotgun. Oh my God. Wow. Ohio does not regulate assault weapons as a class, large capacity magazines. Ohio regulates class dangerous ordnance. Yeah, but like this website, I'm on NRA, but I'm not understanding Permit to purchase rifles and shotguns, no. Handguns, no. So you don't need a permit to purchase or carry? No way. I feel like that would be like Texas, not Ohio. No state permit or license is required to possess or acquire a handgun, rifle, or shotgun other than what falls within the definition of dangerous ordnance. Sawed-off shotguns, firearms, zip guns, suppressors. So he could just go into a fucking building. They probably still do a background check, but you don't need a permit. Wow. Is that most states? I'm like applying like New Jersey, one of the most strict gun law states to like the whole US. What states do you need a license to buy a gun? Bro, it's only like 7 states. It's California, Connecticut, Hawaii, Illinois, Maryland, Massachusetts, New Jersey, New York, and DC. Everywhere else, you could just walk into a store and buy a gun and they just do a background check? No way. Some form of permits include Michigan, Nebraska, North Carolina. Okay, so there's some that it's like depending on what. Usually maybe like a pistol permit, concealed carry license. It's a state-to-state basis.
Yes.
He had something going for him, like, you know, he was like doing golfing calls and all that, but all of that went. Really.
That's terrifying. That's terrifying. Like, I'm not, dude, the idea that you just walk in and buy it. They do a background check though. That's like what they're talking about, but you don't know how good the background check's going to clear somebody like this. Explain how it's terrifying. This kid goes and buys a gun in Ohio because he doesn't need to get approved by the police. And the background check goes to the federal level. They clear him because they don't know anything about the state. What's going on with him. And then he gets a gun. Because no matter what, you're getting a background check on a federal level of like, you've been accused of any other crimes. If you were in jail for like, when you're getting like a background check on a gun on a federal level, they're checking, do you have any drug abuse charges? Have you ever been convicted of an assault crime? Were you ever an alcoholic, or are you currently an alcoholic? Stuff like that, because that's like, you're getting denied for a lot of those, right? Or if like you've ever thought about, like, it's like long paper forms that you fill out. You can lie on them, but like they ask that shit. Yeah, you have any felonies is the biggest one. But this kid's never committed a crime, so it's like, that's why it's worrisome, is that if he were to go, he could get cleared just because he's young and has no record, even if he is insane.
Really bad, and ever since then, he's just been having a really difficult time accepting that it's gone really bad.
I don't think it's a problem. Like, I feel like I have a pretty nuanced take about like gun laws. I think it's weird to just like, you know, like ARs or something, but like if you have like a situation where they're walling you off and you have to apply and then you get, you know, approved by like your specific state and then you get approved federally, that's different. You know, you hit 3 mil on what? On what, stream? Did I really? Oh, no, it rounded up. Still dub that it shows that it's rounded up. But we're still 45,000 away. They round up usually on the apps. Still a dub, though. Oh, fuck. Oh, I didn't even finish what I was saying. I feel like I have a nuanced take about guns. Like, I think, like, guns for home defense and all that shit, perfectly fine. Right? I just think, like, there should be walls to that shit. You know what I mean? Like, I think it should be a 9-month process to buy a gun. I don't think it should be as simple as going into a store and getting one. Like, I think you should have to, like, get checked, get cleared, get scanned, get checked again, and then you could go into a store and apply, and they do a background check, and then you're good. Like, because that's, like, the scary shit is, like, sometimes it's, like, crazy motherfuckers could go in and get one, and they slip through the cracks. It's hard, too, but it's, like, especially young guys with, like, clean records.
He was, like, doing golfing calls and all that, but all of that went really bad, and ever since then, he's just been having a really difficult time accepting that it's gone really bad.
You can't do anything to me.
Sit down. There's no fee?
None.
Stop, I love it. Don't do it again. Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Oh, no, please. Please. Oh, wait, well, I need your officer. No.
You have it all.
No, your name.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Lieutenant Fox.
Oh, Lieutenant Fox! Oh, Lieutenant! Shut the up, Lieutenant. Get the out of my sight, little. Can you be a good dog and give me a drink?
No, don't think so.
Why do you ask why?
It's because you just spit
Shut
on
the up. I'm
No.
I feel like if he was in a different jail, bro, if he was in Florida, they would have put a spit bag on his face. If this was Florida, he'd have a spit bag on his head right now. The second he spit on the ground, they'd be like, yep, it's over. They'd fucking they'd put him in one of those chairs. You know what I mean? When they get a wheelchair and they strap you in and you can't move.
I'll speak whenever the I want to. Okay?
You won't.
I will speak whenever the
Oh my god, no, the cop's getting rage baited. Stop.
I choose to.
What's a spit bag? It's a crime to spit on a police officer. So if you try to spit on a cop, they'll put basically a bag over your head. And so you just spit into the bag.
Look at me! Tell me.
Do you think you intimidate me, dude?
No, I don't.
Good, because you don't.
Oh my god, stop. No, now I don't want to side with the other kid. The cop's being a cornball. Oh my god. Why are you going, do you think you intimidate me? Well, you don't. Now you're like equally as cringe.
You dare look at me.
Oh.
That's funny, right? You will be forgiven for laughing. And you're gonna see.
You will be forgiven for laughing. Oh my god, you just pardoned him.
Tell me.
Do you think you intimidate me, dude?
No, I don't.
Good, because you don't.
Don't you dare look at me. That's funny, right? You will be forgiven for laughing. And you're gonna see what I can do.
Thank God. You're saved.
Why do you do that? Why did you do that? Why did you flip it upside down? Because you're gonna die. And you, especially, officer, on the computer. Yeah, with the glasses, Mr. Four Eyes. Oh, why am I here? No, I need to get out. No, I need to run. Push me down, please. I need to get out of here because I need to save your guys' lives. I need to go. Can you release me? I need to run away.
Sit down.
Yes, master.
Why are they watching him? Why don't they just walk? Like, why are there like three? I feel like they're doing this for entertainment, bro. Like, if I'm him, if I'm one of the cops, just walk away. Just let him sit in that fucking chair for like 3 hours alone.
Wait, do you guys like Logan Paul? Jake Paul.
Bro brought up Jake and Logan Paul. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wait, holy reference.
Paul. Go.
What's your social?
Why did he just bring up Logan and Jake Paul? What the fuck? What? That is so random. Why'd they cut that out? I wanted to know what he said.
Down.
There's no. Yes, master.
Have you heard of Prime? He just starts like a huge side conversation. What do you think about Lunchly and how it's basically just like a duplicate of like Lunchables? Do you think that's like a good business idea? Or I heard there was like moldy cheese or something. I don't really know. I've been thinking about getting him. I always see him at Walmart, but I never really know if I want to try him out.
Wait, do you guys like Logan Paul? Jake Paul or Logan Paul? Go.
Oh my god, if I'm choosing between the two? Oof.
Social?
I don't know my
That's a hard one.
social, you dumb. How many orgies have you guys been in? You four.
Dude, Logan's just such a great heel in the WWE.
Tell me.
He just needs like therapy right now.
Although the family believes Shion is harmless, officers still have a duty to...
Wait, he said the N-word? No, he didn't. How many orgies have you guys been in? Ooh.
Jake Paul or Logan Paul? Go.
What's your social?
I don't know my social, you dumb. How many orgies have you guys been in? You four. Tell me.
He just needs like therapy right now.
I would air a 6'7" joke to him right there. See how he feels about that. How many orgies have you been in? Maybe 6. Then you see him go. You snap him out of it.
How many orgies have you guys been in? You four. Tell me.
He just needs like therapy right now.
How did somebody just gigify the emote of Logan Paul in the Japan forest?
Although the family believes Shion is harmless, officers still have a duty to determine the credibility of his reported threats.
You keep saying March 8th at 12 o'clock. What's the significance?
Nothing's gonna happen, guys. It's all a act. Look into my eyes and lie like I lie. You're safe.
What's your problem with people on marks?
Oh, is that the workplace?
So you said you want to kill them all?
Yeah, they're gonna all die.
Again, you're supposed to torture me today. And you don't choose to torture me, I'm literally going to kill you all. This is the last chance. If you don't shoot me right now, I'm going to kill you all. And if you don't kill me right now, I'm going to kill you all.
5, 5.
No, dude, this is the place where I'll be awakened, you idiots.
I need you to take it off with me because I'm not going to do it. Good boy.
As the
immediate high cortisol. Oh my God, stop. No, that would get me. That would get me right there. None of the other shit would piss me off, but right there, that fucking get me. Oh, I know, I can't take off my shirt. Good boy. Oh.
officers get Shion dressed into his new
Like getting punched in the nuts, man.
county-appointed wardrobe, a revelation seems to wash over him.
Oh, wait, am I gonna go to prison? My children will kill you all. Let's go! No way I'm gonna do this with you guys. Let's go! Don't touch me, you little.
According to police reports, once in his cell, Shion continued his volatile behavior, removing his clothes, piling them in a corner, and urinating on them. He danced.
What? He took off all of his clothes and started peeing on them.
In his cell,
I've been there before.
Shion continued his volatile
I've been there before.
behavior, removing his clothes, piling them in a corner, and urinating on them. He danced, screamed, sang, and shadow-boxed, and at one point attempted to break
Not that crazy.
the cell's surveillance camera.
Okay.
He also stuffed his bedsheet into the toilet, flooding the cell.
Wait, what? He took his bedsheet, stuffed it in the toilet, and continually flushed it.
To the toilet, flooding the cell. Eventually, as he began to calm down, Shion requested a Bible. A search of the father's car and Shion's bedroom was completed, but no weapon was ever found. A correction officer reported the day after his arrest, Shion admitted to him that he consumed shrooms the day before and had no recollection of the previous night.
How many mushrooms? Bro, I've taken mushrooms 10 times. I haven't done like a heroic dose, but never in my life have I tripped and then been like, oh, I'm gonna kill people. That's like a horrible fucking turn of events. Maybe that I could see that, but if he was actively on them. On March 8th, he advised Theo Young that he could consume shrooms on March 7th. Not remember being in the jail the previous night. Oh, so he's saying he was on mushrooms while he was in jail. Maybe? Shrooms do not do that. I knew a guy in college that was friends with somebody that took heroic doses multiple times, went insane, and started taping dog treats to the ceiling to save his life. Like, there's like, that could happen. It can happen. You gotta be like the wrong dose with the wrong person. There's crazy shit. I know a guy. Yeah, I do know a guy.
Consumed shrooms the day before and had no recollection of the previous night.
He wasn't a friend. He was an acquaintance in class. Better put it. I don't remember his name, but he told us the story about that. Who's the guy? Don't know him. It was in my History and Modern Philosophy 2 class. He sat one row in front of me and one row to the left of me. I talked to him every day, and when we got on the topic of shrooms, he said that his friend took multiple heroic doses and started taping dog treats to the ceiling, and now he can't hold a job.
Shion was banned from all Mark's properties.
If you give me water, I'm gonna kill you.
If I give you water, you're gonna kill us, but even though you requested water.
Yeah.
According to court records, Shion Park was charged with 2 counts of harassment with a bodily substance, 2 of aggravated menacing, 1 count of vandalism, and 1 count of intimidation. After a psychiatric evaluation, Shion was found not guilty by reason of insanity. Get the full story without the...
Yeah, I mean, if he took shrooms, that actually explains it somewhat. It really depends how much. Like, he could not have been with it. Like, if he took, like, a heroic dose of, like, fucking penis envy or, like, enigma mushrooms, yeah, you'd probably lose your mind for, like, 9 hours. But, to the point that he ends up getting arrested, then I feel like he would be, like, curling in a ball rather than living in that, like... I don't know. Maybe he did think he was in like a reality where everybody was going to die at midnight. Like he could have convinced himself of that, but he was texting his coworker that he wanted to kill everyone. And days prior, he was already threatening about a gun. It like half explains it. I hope he's mentally okay, man. Genuinely. That's pretty scary. Somebody said shrooms don't do that. He is undiagnosed, needs intense medical treatment. I think if you have, here's the thing. People that take, no, shrooms won't do that in itself. But if this guy is already undiagnosed with like, not saying schizophrenia, but say this guy is undiagnosed with like multiple medical disorders, and then he takes mushrooms, those are going to get amplified so drastically. Like, that's why it's like, if you're like predisposed for like schizophrenia, you're not supposed to ever take hallucinogens because it could bring it out early. Like, say you have a parent that has schizophrenia. If you take mushrooms, that could be like really bad. Like, so especially his dad seemed like he didn't really get what was going on. So I'm assuming the dad probably never got him like to a psychiatrist when he was younger. You know, first manic episodes these cops have ever met. Yeah, they did get rage baited pretty quickly. I don't know. Ugh. He seemed so with it, though. Like, with it, but also, like, out of it. All right, the complete supply chain of some generic consumer junk.
Precisely 5 minutes after the homeowner leaves for work in the morning, a package is gently delivered to their doorstep containing an impulse purchase from the night before. This box is just one of 36 million that will be delivered across a—
You ever watch an Amazon driver work when you're driving by them? Most stressed out people you will ever see. If you think you're having a bad day, drive past an Amazon delivery driver and they're just fucking, they're like, if I can deliver something, run back to their car, fucking get in, go to the next house, go to the next apartment. They got to fucking deliver some shit 6 stories up. Oh my God, they're freaking out the whole time. It's terrible. Dude, they churn employees at Amazon like fucking butter, dude. So fast. One in, one out every 2 months.
America over the next 10 hours, serving a growing appetite for home-delivered consumption. But inside this particular package is a humble paper shredder purchased for $59.99 with free delivery. As far as modern products—
Next day delivery makes no fucking sense to me. I understand I live in New Jersey, so there's a lot of shit around. It's different from like if you live in like a rural Nebraska. Bro, how the fuck? I understand if I order like protein powder or some basic shit paper that comes in next day. I have ordered like random niche products and it says next day shipping. They just have that in a warehouse. Like my possum costume came in 2 days. 2 days. They just have a possum costume on hand. Why? Why? They're waiting. They know somebody's going to order that. That's what freaks me out. Them having a paper shredder next day, whatever. Now he's going to go into how the paper shredder's made and it's going to mind fuck me. But that doesn't freak me out that it's like in a warehouse. Because yeah, people are going to order a fucking paper shredder. People are going to order a Keurig or like a coffee pot or a mug. You know, I get that.
It's actually pretty basic. It only has 40 components in total, and they are each made from common generic materials. But even to assemble this cheap desktop appliance, those simple parts collectively traveled over 500,000 kilometers, went through—
Yeah, in a fucking lithium mine. There's some shit. The fucking battery, dude, literally any random product you have, part of that shit's from like fucking Australia, South Africa, Germany, Iceland, Norway. It's all just combined together.
Hundreds of industrial facilities in dozens of countries employed thousands of workers, and it all started right here.
Was this a fucking bomb test?
In the Northern Territory of Australia, the Alcongove mine extracts 12.5 million tons of bauxite every year.
What the fuck is bauxite? See, that's what I'm talking about, bro. Everything you use on a day-to-day basis, you know nothing about. Bauxite? What is that? Plastic?
Australia is
for aluminum ore?
The largest producer of this raw material in the world, and this mine is one of its biggest. The operation is simultaneously so remote and massive that it's actually the 4th largest township in a region roughly twice the size of France. This is particularly impressive since the permanent population of the outpost is actually less than a few hundred people. Almost everybody here at a given time flies into work at this—
But you never meet a motherfucker with this job! You never meet a motherfucker who does that! That's what I'm saying, bro. No. Everybody I know, yeah, I work at Walmart. I'm an electrician. I'm a plumber. I work for an airline. I'm a nurse. I need to meet a motherfucker that's like, yeah, I work at a fucking carbon factory. Because who the fuck works there? But there's so many, because why are you screaming? Bro, because that's like so many jobs in the world, but I know no one I don't even know somebody that knows somebody that works at a fucking, like, I know people that work at Amazon factories. I don't know anybody that works at like a fucking coal mine or some shit. Now, I know a lot of that's like out of country, but even then, like other random niche things, I'm like, who the fuck, like like somebody that works at like a trash mill, or like a recyclable place or a water plant. I don't know anybody who works there. I don't know. Fucking random people.
Mine and then flies out back to
It's automated, bro. A lot of it's automated, but there's still people there.
civilization once their roster is complete. And if you
know less than 0.08% of the world, dude, I know less than 0.0000001% of the world. Even then, though, I'm saying like in your region, there are people that have jobs, not around mining in Australia, obviously, unless you live in Australia, but like, you know, people, or there's people in your area that work at like a nuclear fucking facility.
The mining process that takes place here is almost astonishingly simple. Most of the material that they're after is literally sitting on the surface, so instead of drilling deep into the earth, they just blow up the dirt and scoop it into giant trucks. This crude technique is highly effective and economical, but it does have one unintended side effect.
Bro, you want to know what? I need to meet somebody that runs one of these. What is that bucket? What is that bucket machine that's big as hell and it's a circle and it just goes roof, 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 and it picks stuff up? What's the name of that? It's like an excavator of sorts, but it works at like mines. Excavator, scoop, wheel, truck. But this on a bigger scale. I need to meet somebody that runs one of these. What a badass machine to fucking control. You own one of these diggers that just fucking picks up thousands of pounds of dirt and supplies.
Everything happens at the surface. The red dirt of this sprawling extraction site are easily visible from space. Either way, once it's collected, the raw material is moved along an 18-kilometer conveyor belt to a processing and storage yard at the very tip of the peninsula, where the alumina ore is separated from other impurities. It's kept here until a buyer sends a bulk carrier to dock at the mine's dedicated shipping port. And then it's back on another conveyor belt to a ship waiting almost a mile offshore. The vessels moving this material are some of the largest bulk freighters in the world. They're so large that they can't actually get that close to shore without a dedicated deep-water port, and those are expensive. The port only handles two particular products in bulk. Ships take out raw alumina and bring in heavy fuel oil, which is used in a self-contained electrical plant to power both the industrial mine site and the local township. Both raw ore and liquid fuel can be piped or moved on a conveyor, so it's easier to get the cargo out across the ocean to the ship than to bring the ship to the cargo at the shallow shore. Once loaded, this glorified pile of dirt will start a 3-week journey up the Malacca Strait, through the Indian Ocean, the Suez...
This stresses me out. Like, I understand this was all developed in specialized trade over generations and years, but this is the supply chain for one singular cog in a printer. One.
Canal and the Mediterranean to end up here on almost exactly the opposite side of the planet, in Iceland. This small country is blessed with almost unlimited...
Wait, they shipped it to Iceland?
Through the Indian Ocean, the Suez Canal and the Mediterranean to end up here on almost exactly the opposite side of the planet.
They're shipping aluminum from Australia to Iceland to probably go to somewhere else to make 1/50th of a printer. What? Dude, Iceland's literally on the opposite side of the world.
This small country...
What the fuck do they need to ship it to Iceland for?
...is blessed with almost unlimited geothermal power, which makes the energy-intensive process of turning raw alumina into refined aluminium very cost-effective and environmentally friendly compared to alternative plants that power their operations with.
Dude, deadass, imagine living right there. Is this a nuclear power plant? These are like smokestacks. Dude, imagine living... That house is 100 feet away from that.
Fossil fuels. Thousands of tons of raw alumina oxide.
They're safe? Bro, I know they're safe and they rarely explode, but imagine your outside view being a literal nuclear power plant.
Operations with fossil fuels. Thousands of tons of raw alumina oxide is loaded into massive furnaces and then electrolytically separated into pure aluminium. If you ever did an electrolysis experiment in science class separating out hydrogen and oxygen, the process is almost the same, only it's done with molten metal instead of water, and the energy requirements are an order of magnitude greater. To refine just 1 ton of aluminium takes approximately 15 megawatt hours of electricity. To put that into perspective, that would be enough energy to drive a standard Tesla Model 3 over 60,000 miles, or...
How is it $50 for the fucking printer? How is it $50 for the fucking printer? Why is it not 35 grand? Enough energy to make 1 ton of this? 2,000 pounds? Just one part of this machine? Enough energy to fucking drive a goddamn Tesla around the world multiple times?
This plant, on the other hand, smelts more than 1,000 tons.
What is the circumference of the Earth? I know it's mass production. Bro, you could drive the Tesla around the Earth 3 times.
Every day. The reason it's worth it to ship this raw material halfway across the world is because the energy savings of refining aluminium in Iceland with its cheap electricity pay for the increased shipping costs more than 10 times over.
And somebody figured that out. Nah. Somebody figured that out, bro. Somebody was like, what if instead of making the aluminum here, we shipped it all the way across the entire world where they could use lava to do it and geothermal energy.
Once this process is completed, the molten aluminium is poured into ingot molds and then stacked into pallets, which can then be loaded back onto the same kind of bulk.
Yeah, and watch this motherfucker say they shipped that shit from Iceland back to China.
Carrier that delivered the raw materials in the first place. Normally these ships are loaded with loose dry goods, but they're effectively just big floating boxes. If they can safely store something in their holds, they can ship it. From there, the next destination, back through the Mediterranean and the Suez, is up to the Chinese city of Foshan.
Stop, dude, this is too much. This is too much. This is too fucking much. This is for one, dude, this is just aluminum.
This industrial city center across the bay from
pre-watch, bro, everything's made in China.
Hong Kong and Shenzhen has become a trade hub for raw materials like copper, steel, and aluminium.
Copper-tubing.
Vendors like Henan Aluminium Industrial Company will buy these ingots directly from smelting plants and then ship them to their warehouse.
I think I need to invest in Henan Xinte Aluminum Industry Co. Ltd. I think I want to invest in this company in Henan, China.
Warehouses across the river. These businesses then wholesale these raw ingots, but also turn them
How do I buy stock in that company?
Into alloyed sheets and plates to be sold at a slight markup to industrial customers throughout southern China. A lot of these products are sold through existing contact networks, but if you're inclined to buy industrial quantities of metal, they also post their wares on sites like Alibaba. Although
I can buy the aluminum sheets from Alibaba, what would I use? Minimum order 25 tons? What the fuck? Why would I ever order 25 tons of fucking aluminum sheets from Alibaba? Even if you're a business, there's no way they're ordering that from Alibaba.
Although you do need to buy 5 tons at a time, so
Bro.
It should last you a while. The 6061 grade aluminium alloy from Iceland can actually charge a slight premium over regular sheets because certain suppliers prefer the European manufacturer's quality control and green manufacturing process. Of course, most manufacturers simply don't care as long as the material gets the job done, so the marketplace between vendors and buyers is fierce. However, once a deal is made, 30 tons of cylindrical alloy beams are loaded onto a barge and floated another 1,000 kilometers up the Pearl River to a machining plant just on the outskirts of the city of Nanning. It's probably a city you've never heard of, but it's home to nearly...
Oh yeah, but there's 80 million fucking people there. Hey, this is a random city in China you've never heard of in your entire life, but look how many fucking skyscrapers there are. This is where 1% of the world lives.
9 million people, and
that's like New York City. This is a New York City of people.
A major producer of the parts that make the products you interact with every day. Once the beams are unloaded into the factory warehouse, they're loaded into grinding machines to etch out a basic spoke pattern, and then they're sliced lengthwise to produce hundreds of basic standardized gears. Mechanical parts made out of aluminium are not nearly as strong as those made out of steel, but the lighter weight and easier machinability of this metal makes it very popular for low-stress applications in basic consumer machines. Once they're machined, the pallets of gears...
Bro, this is like a hyper in-depth episode of how it's made. Because how it's made will start with the items used. They don't start with the production and manufacturing of said items. Because how it's made would start with the cog. This is an entire episode of how the cog's even made.
...and then shipped back down the river to another buyer who ordered the parts in bulk a month before. At this point, the 1 ton of raw bauxite scraped out of the ground back in Australia has been turned into 5,000 little metal gears. The net material hasn't actually changed that much, apart from a few trace metals thrown in to form an alloy. However, as unrefined ore, it would sell in China for around $75 a ton. These basic gears, on the other hand, are now going to be sold in exactly the same city for $5,000.
I need to invest in this Chinese company. How do I do it?
A markup of 600%, which has so far justified every
aluminum gears, chat. That's the business I'm getting into now.
Step in the process, but it's not done yet. These gears are actually being forwarded from Guangzhou to another buyer in Vietnam. They're loaded onto a 20-foot shipping container and then into a small cargo ship, which will make the short 2-day journey from the Ocean Gate shipping terminal. No, not
a 2-day journey short.
That Ocean Gate, to the port city of Haiphong. Over time, as China has developed, it's actually started outsourcing a lot of its basic manufacturing the same way that the West has outsourced their basic manufacturing to China. Chinese workers and businesses have developed an array of highly technical industrial skills and expertise. Cities like Guangzhou are also not cheap to operate in anymore, and workers in these cities demand wages enough to compensate for this cost of living. What this means is that basic hand assembly is far more economical in Vietnam than it is back in China. Major manufacturers like LG, Samsung, Bridgestone, Yazaki, and Foxconn all have massive manufacturing plants in this city because it's one of the most competitive places in the world to put stuff together. It's still close to China, so technical pieces can be imported and assembled components can be exported with very few barriers, while line workers here simply earn about 1/5 of what similar Chinese workers would make a few thousand miles up north.
Damn. So we're buying shit from China, but China's outsourcing that to Vietnam?
In this case,
Thailand?
The gears end up in a smaller factory that specializes in low-end consumer hardware. Here, the gears are attached by hand to an electrical motor, which is then combined with lower-stress plastic gears, a rubber belt, a stack of steel teeth, all held together by an injection-molded plastic case. None of these components were made in this factory, just being put together here. In fact, each and every one of them have all taken a similar journey from raw material extraction to refineries, machining, component manufacturing, and assembly, in addition to all the warehousing and shipping that comes with it. But the journey is still not over yet. The technical components have all been assembled, but that package back on the doorstep in America didn't contain an EC43515 MCD P4 cross-cut electric shredder subassembly. It contained a user-ready paper shredder. Most manufacturers don't want to deal with the stress and persnickety requests that come from retail clients. So once this housing is assembled, it's shipped back to China to a warehouse that produces white-labeled consumer products for several retailers across the world. These generic internals will...
Dude, this is so much. I don't understand how they profit on that. You know what I mean? The 5,000 cogs are worth 5K, but like you're only using like fucking 10 of them in the printer. But then you have so many other products. How are they making money? Like, what do you think the profit margins on the printer are? Well, people are making money on the back end every time. Australia's making money shipping it to Iceland. Iceland's making money giving it to China. China's making money giving it back to itself in another city, giving it to Thailand, giving it back to China, assembling it, giving it to another company that then assembles that and gives it to the average consumer. But like, dude, why is it not more than $50? How is it $50? I understand its efficiency and mass production. That's what it is. It really just is mass production. Because those cogs are used, there's a standardized like set of, you know, rivets, nails, cogs, and they use a lot of the same things for, like, those cogs aren't just used for printers, they're used for a million things. So they're making fucking a million of them in a week, and then they're fucking putting those into a bunch of different products. But it's like the fact that there's one factory that just makes these cogs, there's one factory that just makes these things, is insane to me.
Paper shredder, some of which will cost significantly more than others. The way it works is that a retailer from a country like America will design a plastic housing to go around the internal components and then sell their model to end users. In this case, the American retailer will work with the Chinese wholesaler to pick some injection molded shapes and colors which they think will work with their branding to best appeal to their target consumers in their home market. The Chinese factory produces large batches of these models for a fixed price and will also work with other suppliers on packaging. Additionally, a printed cardboard box and foam insulation is provided by a supplier in Thailand, and everything is put together and loaded onto specially compliant pallets, which are then placed into a 40-foot shipping container. From there, the Chinese wholesaler and the American retailer use a third-party customs broker who specializes in booking slots on container ships and making sure everything gets through customs at each end with minimal headaches. Since the boxes containing the paper shredders are not particularly large,
I used to be upset at myself. Like, the next philosophy video I'm posting is how, like, specialized labor is kind of crazy, but also really good. But I'm fully okay with the fact that I know how nothing works now. Because there's no point in me learning. There's no point in me learning how my printer works because it's too much. But I don't even think that, like, from each individual perspective, like, of the Icelandic people that are making the aluminum, they're not going, I need to know how this works with a printer. They're just going, I need to know how to make an aluminum. The one factory goes, I need to know how to make cogs. The one factory goes, I need to know how to assemble these cogs. So it's like they all know minimal things.
Large, heavy, or dangerous, they can be forwarded straight from the port in Los Angeles to the Amazon inbound cross-dock a few miles up.
But isn't that a little scary too? How if like one end of this production line faults, everything fails. You know? Like, obviously there's bigger ones further back. Like, if you don't make the aluminum, then obviously you can't make anything. But like, if the cog factory blows up, there's none of these printers for a little bit. Unless they find a new supplier.
Trucks constantly drive this route 24 hours a day, taking containers from the dockside to this distribution warehouse in a process called dryage. From this, the containers are unpacked, and individual products are then organized and sent out across the country to strategically placed fulfillment centers where they'll await a midnight impulse purchase. This whole process was just one single branch of a very small basic product tree. Tracing the origin of every component in this shredder would literally take hours, and that's to say nothing of goods with thousands of far more technical parts. Even this cheap basic appliance.
Far more technical parts. I feel like I would love to see a video. I think the video of how an iPhone is made is probably 5 hours long. To go through every individual part of like a phone or a computer, like how your GPU is made, like how the fucking tablet you're watching me on, the fucking TV you're watching me on, a 4090 GPU. How the fuck is that made? The way CPUs are made is insane. Oh my god, dude, it's probably so technical. Yeah, CPUs, but aren't CPUs largely made... Is it CPUs or GPUs that are largely made in Taiwan?
Which will statistically...
I think it's CPUs, right?
...only be used about 12 times before being disposed of, traveled many times around the world, because that's the cheapest way to do things. Australia has resources.
I don't know. Chat's giving me different answers here. GPUs.
Iceland has practically unlimited energy. China has an
That's just Blue Lagoon in Iceland. This isn't even I don't think this is a factory. This is Blue Lagoon in Iceland. I've been here.
unlimited energy. China has an unrivaled industrial network. Vietnam has a large, cheap workforce, and the—
God, dude, driving in Iceland was fucking terrible. Their roads are so nice, but they constantly have to, like, refix them up and shit. And I was driving past, like, freshly paved asphalt, and I just hear just rocks hitting the bottom of the car, and I'm like, this is a fucking rental. This is a rental. And for like 5 minutes straight, just fucking slamming the bottom of the car. I'm like, dude, this shit's gonna explode.
USA has insatiable consumers. It's up to you to decide if you think this web of comparative advantage has really made the world a better place. But what it has done is made things cheaper and more convenient. Today, a paper shredder is an impulse purchase, but just 50 years ago, an electronic device like this would have been a family heirloom.
What the fuck is a paper shredder for? We haven't addressed that yet. What the fuck is a paper shredder for? Shredding paper, but why? Like important things, like documents and checks. Why not just rip it up like 15 times? It's like legal shit. Like if you're like a lawyer or something, or like a business, it's just easier to shred it. I guess that's why it's an impulse buy.
If there's one invention above all of that which has made this possible, it's the humble box. Most
why do more than 2 of you own a paper shredder?
Of these parts have been ferried around in along the way. So if you liked this video, go and check out the next one on the—
I loved that. I loved that video. It stressed me out, but I enjoyed it. Next video, chat.
Rotating through whatever random games he feels like. Supermarket Simulator, Granny, Dress to Impress.
What is this? Why is it on my front page? Playing it.
Games a normal person wouldn't think to stream. But then you watch for 5 minutes and you start to get it.
This is the funniest dude on the internet right now.
Just plays the most random everything.
Queso, where did he come from? 200,000 viewers playing Fall Guys yesterday.
Because the game isn't the point. The chat isn't there for the games. They're there to watch him fall out of his chair for the 10th time this month and narrate it like he's describing a car accident.
Yo, that almost killed me. Oh!
Yeah, he's like a different level of mainstream. He's somebody that you watch when it's like, I just want to watch a streamer versus I want to be involved with like the meta. Like people that want to be involved with the meta watch like the guys that collab with each other all the time.
Yo, chat! The chair is dead, dude!
To watch him get jump scared in a car accident.
Yo, that almost killed me. Oh! Yo, chat! The chair is dead, dude!
To watch him get jump scared by a horror game and scream at a volume that blows out the mic. And that's why it worked. By January of 2024, Queso was averaging over 50,000 concurrent viewers every single night, making him the #3 ranked streamer on all of Twitch.
Like, my mind is weird. Like, in my mind, I still don't have the thought of, like, I still made it. Yeah. Because in my mind, I feel like if I have that thought and tell myself that I made it, you don't want to get, like, lazy. It's going to go downhill. Yeah. You know what I mean? By every metric the industry actually uses, Queso is underperforming. He's leaving growth on the table at every possible turn. He doesn't invest in new setups, he doesn't upgrade his gear, and has no real plan to optimize himself. Every analyst will tell you he could—
Oh, and I could tell his webcam is stretch resed. Like, his webcam is, like, fucked up. Like, it doesn't fill a 1920 1080. It's like, he's, like, pulling it. Like, it's like, and then he's moving it out of the way. Like, it's just so
be twice the size he is if he just ran the playbook like everyone else. And honestly, they're probably right. But here's the thing. Queso never looked at any of that and felt like he was losing something. Buying a house in the hills, pulling up in a supercar, collecting all the things that say you've made it. None of that ever seemed to be important to him. And there's nothing wrong with wanting those things.
I mean, doesn't he have like a sick-ass warehouse or something? He showed that one time. He has like a sick-ass warehouse that's like really expensive with like a pool table. It's like a gaming area.
Creators go in with exactly that goal in mind. But Queso sits in this rare category of someone who actually reached the I made it moment and genuinely doesn't want it.
It was never about like being huge, just like, because it didn't matter the money. You know, I just wanted to do what I loved for a living. I could be, you know, pinching pennies to make it, but as long as I get to stream every day instead of go to work, I was cool with that. You know?
But to be clear, it's not like he's allergic to money. He's the #3 streamer on Twitch. The guy is doing just fine. But there's a difference between making money and squeezing every last cent out of your audience. He's never done any kind of subathon, he doesn't say yes to every brand that comes knocking, and he doesn't manufacture drama to give the numbers a little bump. The way he sees it, you can't leave money on the table if it was never what you sat down for.
Some of my most favorite jobs I ever had were the jobs where I was making pennies. Yo, I'm not even finna lie to y'all. I think y'all just donated more than my week's paycheck in one night. I'm talking about sitting in the parking lot of the dollar store, having to call my mom, be like, hey, can you spot me $50 for food for the rest of the week? But you know what? I was happy. Like, if I could turn this into something and just be able to do this with y'all every day, that'd be a dream come true. Yeah, I was broke, but it was all right because the job was cool. Dude, I'm not worried about Twitch ad revenue. I would rather people have a good viewing experience than make an extra, you know.
Bro, I'm telling you, he makes most of his money on YouTube like I do. Like, I think outside of it, he has like 100,000 Twitch subs. Outside of that, bro, the majority of his money is probably from YouTube like me. I don't run mid-rolls. I don't think I get it if you're just a streamer, but if you do YouTube, bro, like I deadass could make so much more money if I ran Twitch ads. And I'm not sitting here on some high horse like, oh, I'm so great. I don't run Twitch ads. I just think Twitch ads are annoying as fuck. And it's like, if I hit on a Twitch stream and I get hit with a 5-minute mid-roll, I am tabbing out of your stream faster than a fucking lightning striking a fucking metal pole. Like, I am not watching that shit. I run pre-rolls. You click on my stream, you have to watch 30-second minute ad, then you watch my shit ad-free for 5 hours even if you're not subbed. Motherfucker sub, because I put that shit in sub-only all the time. But, like, that I'm not trying to paywall chat. It's just I have to sometimes. You guys get too riled up.
Whatever a month.
So that's the money half of the blueprint. The mansion, the supercar, the optimization strategy.
It's so different on YouTube. I've said this 5,000 times. YouTube ads, not intrusive. You get hit with an ad, it stops, you pick up where you left off. Twitch ad, you miss the stream. You just miss the stream. You miss 5 minutes of the stream.
But the blueprint isn't only about money. The other half of the blueprint is relevancy. The streaming world has a short memory, and the way you fight that is by staying in the conversation. Podcasts, events, collabs, it all comes down to the same idea. Stand next to someone bigger than you, and you get to share some of their spotlight. Well, if you thought he was underperforming on the money side of the blueprint, just listen to this. In 3 years as one of the biggest streamers on the planet, he's done exactly one traditional collab. Jinxie.
What's the furthest you've ever traveled?
Florida. Then that was one time to go to Jinxie's house.
And that collab is
the furthest he's ever traveled in his life? Or, wait. The furthest he's ever traveled in his life? Or is he saying for a collab? He's scared of planes? The furthest he's ever traveled from Arkansas in his life is Florida. That's like 3 states away. That is actually crazy.
Is almost word for word the only existing footage of Queso.
Bro, he doesn't fly? Bro, still, I feel like he should get like a camper. Bro, he should buy a camper and get somebody to drive his ass to like fucking Alaska or some shit.
Outside of his own house.
My friend brought this up.
Because you could drive really far from the U.S.
Yesterday to me when we were...
He got a Sprinter? Okay.
We were chilling. He said it's crazy that Jinxie literally has the only recorded footage of me outside of my own stream setup. Like, he is the only one that's got me out of my room.
Matter of fact, it was the first time he'd ever left the state he was born in.
So this is the first time...
What? The first time he ever left Arkansas, he was in his 20s? He never stepped out of state bounds. I never knew that. I knew he was afraid of flying. I know he doesn't travel often. But I would have thought he was like, oh yeah, I've been to like Key West once or some shit. No. Wow. He's never left his state.
You ever been out of like Florida? Or out of Arkansas, my bad.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's just, I don't know, I be getting homesick. I get away from home for too long. I'm just, man, I don't know.
Over the last 3 years, Queso has won 5 different awards.
And the Streamer Award goes to...
Queso!
He never there, bruh. It's always his face.
He hasn't shown up to a single one in person.
I haven't. I've been nominated twice and I didn't go to either of them, bro. That's just in LA, man. I'm like, am I really gonna? I gotta fly out 6 hours to show up for 3 and then leave and fly back.
Mr. Beast tweeted you. Oh yeah, I talk.
I'd rather just stream. Like, is that fucked to say? Like, I appreciate being nominated, but I'm like, I'm just not gonna go to LA. Like, I'd rather just stream. Like,
yeah, I can't even go on.
It's different if it's like a big event. Like Streamer Games I almost did last year, and this year I would love to do if he does it again, where it's like the Olympics and it's like 3 days of athletic events. It's like that I could reason in my head to be like, okay, yeah, I'll spend 3 days flying versus, okay, I'm gonna fly out for a red carpet event, sit in a room full of streamers, get drunk, and then fly home.
Mr. Beast video due to fear of airplanes. Ain't that bad, chat?
According to the
it'd be worth a video, but I'm not getting a video out of it. It's all copyright. It's all what do you mean I'm getting a video out of it? I can't re-upload that.
Blueprint, all of those things just come with the territory of being in the
Streamer Games could be worth a video. Streamer Games, I could show up, fucking, you know, eat shit on a track field, have like a funny highlight moments, and react to myself running. But like
top 1%.
Streamer Awards, it's not really.
But Queso is avoiding all of it. And when you stack it all up, not going to award shows, turning down the collabs, even the fact that he's only left the state of Arkansas once.
Great GamerStop's flavor. That was Goof Juice. I know it when I see it.
Even the fact that he's only left
Code Bart
the state of Arkansas once, you start to wonder if there's more to it than just not caring.
Chat, I didn't tell y'all this, bro. When I was changing setups to go from the trap house into the trailer, I was literally a mental wreck for like a week straight. Because I don't know if anybody else has this, but dude, I have like some form of horrific OCD that I've had for years, that if something even minor changes, I'm gonna die.
You see, OCD is one of the most misunderstood conditions out there. People hear the word and picture
like he's gonna die, like physically, like cease to exist.
Someone who just likes things clean and organized. And while that can be a part of it, that's not exactly what it is. At its core, OCD is anxiety. For Queso, moving into a new house meant moving into an environment that was full of variables his brain hadn't had the chance to map out yet.
Like when I take my hat off and put it on the counter, same spot every night. If it goes in a different spot, I'm dead.
Everything becomes unpredictable. And for someone
wow, that really explains why he hasn't left the state, though.
With OCD, an unpredictable environment is one thing that can't be controlled. Each unknown stacks on top of the last until his brain is sent into overdrive.
Chat, here's some lore for you. Every time I would leave to work in the morning, I would go outside my house and I would have to check that my doorknob was locked 37 times.
37 times? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like just like feeling it lock?
I would have to start my drive to work, take a block back around to my house and check it another 11 times. And then I could...
Wow, that's like extreme OCD. I did not know he had that.
Which explains why his setup has barely changed over the years. It's one of the places where his brain already knows the answers to
maybe a little exaggeration, maybe, but I feel like most of his stories are like full for real.
All the questions. It's his rules at his pace, all in an environment that makes him most comfortable. But that need for predictability doesn't stay contained to his house. It follows him everywhere.
I went out in public 3 times in a row. I got recognized all 3 times. I never went outside again, bro. Like some people, bro, came up like, hey, yo, can I get a picture? Everybody started looking. I'm like, oh, man.
Bro, I don't dislike when I get recognized. I dislike when somebody recognizes me and then they just stare at me for extended periods of time or like tail me at a grocery store. That shit's creepy, bro. Just walk up to me. The amount of times I have motherfuckers huddle in a group staring at their phones and going, I just walk up to them. I go, hey, you know me? Like, let's get this weird shit over with. Like, I'm just going to break because either I'm going to sit there for another 30 minutes before one of them walks up to me, or I'm just going to walk up to you and go, you know who I am. And I'm not rude when I say it. I'm like, hey, I go, you know who I am? They go, yeah. I go, I'm just trying to break this. Because they make eye contact with me. They know I'm staring at them.
And dude,
the only time I really get tweaked out is when I'm like super high. Super high. They walk up to me, Joe Bart. I go, oh no.
I was about to
oh no.
pass out.
And then I'm gonna have a really awkward conversation. And one of these, oh, it was nice meeting you. And I think about that for about 5 minutes.
Outside of that room, he controls nothing. Who's around him, how they got there, whether someone grabs his shoulder before he sees it coming. None of it is up to him.
I don't go out in public. I don't. Never.
When he's at home, it's easier to manage because, well, he's in his own house. But in public, there's no way to make the unknown stop. It's not only uncomfortable, but also insanely overwhelming.
You would have a better chance of actually winning the Powerball lottery than ever seeing me in public. That's how rare it is. No.
Bro, but that's so sad. It's like, bro, he has money to spend, you know? I feel like it's sick if he's able to, like, go and see shit, do shit. Fuck.
No joke.
The blueprint says the path forward revolves around a constant.
Fix your hair. That's worse. See, you fucked it up even more, jackass. Now it's gonna sit like that.
State of evolution. The more you change, the newer things are, the more excited people are to watch.
What do you want my hair to be, like a perfect bullet? Like it's a Lego haircut? Just right onto my head.
But for Queso, that path has never really been accessible the same way it is for everyone else. And yet, here he is.
Literally almost 1,000 away from 10 million.
Oh, the cooking
Say
stream.
it ain't so. This is a moment in history? No, this is a moment in history.
Behind everything, the awards, the numbers, the journey from a rice mill to the #3 spot on Twitch, almost nothing has actually changed.
You
0.01.
Really gonna do this full time? Hey, I hope.
I don't understand how he was live.
Bro, CJ, that'd be a dream come true for you, boy, man. Maybe my parents don't have to work no more either. That'd be a dream come true too, bro.
He's been grounded in the fact that streaming was never about being the very best. It was always about building a life worth living, for himself and for the people he loves.
Wait, Mom, we're about to hit 10 million. I can't believe what I'm seeing.
Oh my goodness.
I can't believe what I'm seeing. We about to hit 10 million!
I gotta turn this off. Come on.
No way we're actually about to hit it. We hit 10 million, baby! Let's go! 10 million on YouTube!
His mom was there before any of this
That
made
is so sweet.
sense.
She brought me some balloons in here! Yo! She brought me some balloons! Balloons!
You can't see it!
Get a pose in there with it.
Before all of the awards and money, before tens of thousands of people were waiting for him to go live, she was the
Oh my god, that's so sweet.
only one who pushed him to try streaming in
Oh
the
my god, that's like a happy cry moment, bro. That's so nice.
first place.
That's a dadgum
And his mom being so proud of him.
diamond play button! You've had this? What? It wouldn't be possible without y'all, Chad. And you know who else it wouldn't be possible without? My mom. Come stand in front of the camera. Look at that.
And his dad, the man who spent his whole life doing the kind of work nobody claps for.
My dad, for example, like, dude, his whole life just working. He's had multiple back surgeries, multiple wrist surgeries, multiple foot surgeries, all from just working his whole life.
The man he watched and worked alongside with do it with no
Bro,
complaints.
that's the biggest thing about manual labor, man. Like, especially like union work. Like, the money could be pretty good, but your body's gonna be fucked by the time you're like 50, dude. Anybody that's worked in like the electricians union, carpentry, construction, it's like you could do that and then you just have so many like you have the body of like a 70-year-old when you're 50.
I worked with my dad. We were both maintenance men. Maintenance ain't easy work. You know, you're crawling
HVAC shit,
under
yeah.
sinks, you're changing faucets, you're crawling up in attics, you know, all that, just nasty.
The same man that taught him how to work was eventually the one who told him to quit his regular job and do what he loved.
I remember the night we hit 5,000. I was like, all right, tomorrow I'm gonna call my boss. I remember I got him to call because I was scared. Like, hey, boss, you know, I'm playing video games for a living, but it'd sound better coming from my dad because, you know, my dad was essentially like his right-hand man. Yep. But yeah.
So when streaming became a reality,
Bro said electricians. Yeah, if you're like not like if you're the dude standing on the side of the road flipping a sign, but like electricians that are like climbing in walls, wiring shit. That's pretty rough.
he made sure that the
All right, maybe it was a bad example comparable to like carpenters or like fucking construction. You know what I mean?
two people who spent their lives building
Yeah, why
up
are we dissing electricians? Is there like a union? Is there like a trade beef with electricians or some shit? Oh no, they got it easy.
never had to work again.
What has been like the most fulfilling thing that you've run into in your career?
Just that everybody gets to chill
Yeah.
And they have to get away from the jobs they hated and everything like that, and we could all just chill and do this. That's the best thing. I was gonna say they're retired because they do, because you know they don't want to just chill and do nothing. They do a lot of stuff for me. Like my dad, if I need something to go get or something, he goes and gets it. My mom handles all.
Well, it's still a purpose. It's like they've been effectively retired from their job, but now they kind of like are mini assistants to Queso. You know what I mean?
All the background, like all of it.
If you ask Case, that's the whole story right there. In a world where overnight success has a way of quietly hollowing people out, Queso never let any of it change him.
The only thing I want to be is a place for people to go for 4 hours a night, forget about life, you know, crack some jokes, you know, have a good time, and just chill out.
And that's why this story isn't over. Queso has already crossed the line that mattered the most. He turned his dream into real life. He helped his family stop working. He became the place he always wanted to be for others. So whatever happens next is just the icing on the cake.
That was an amazing video. That was a good ass watch, bro. Oh my cinema. Oh, fucking golf cart W fucking YouTuber dude too. They put that together amazingly. Queso's greatest trait is this humility. It's like a regular person you want to be friends with. Yeah, he seems like a lot of streamers. It's like, oh, you kind of seem like just like a figure versus like Queso's just like a guy you'd see in a store. Can I survive a day with Navy SEAL? Nope! I'm already saying, nope! Can't do that. Hell no, survive a day with Navy SEALs. I bet it's going to be dumbed down a little bit. Like, I doubt they're actually doing buds training. Anything where they're like, I'm drowning is a no-go. You know, chat, I started off topic, but it has to kind of do with the video. I started watching this new Fear Factor. I used to watch Fear Factor, like, way back, like, with Joe Rogan, like, years ago. They have this Fear Factor now that's kind of like akin to like Big Brother with Johnny Knoxville called House of Fear. And it's kind of corny, but it's also interesting, and they do stuff that is scary. I think I could do anything on Fear Factor outside of like anything that requires me drowning. I think I could eat like a dead, like something gross. Like, I think I could eat like a poop sandwich. Dude, it's 200K on the line. 200K on the line, they put a shit sandwich in front of you, bro. I'm getting it down. I'm getting it down. $200,000. Bro, come on. That or like, bro, there will be shit where it's like, you got to eat a bug. I'm like, eat a bug, bro. I ate a bug for fucking 300 biddies. That on stream. Fucking eat a bug for 200K. Oh, no, I can't do it. Oh, I can't do it. Oh, get the fuck out of here. You ain't ready for the show. Like, because it removes it. It's like, I know I'm not going to die on Fear Factor. Like, I could sit in a tub of leeches. That's no problem. You know, pain is fine. Like, I could do Fear Factor. Yeah, put my hand through a tube and have a snake bite me. As long as it's not venomous, I'm not giving a shit. Spiders, don't care. I don't like spiders. I'm scared of spiders. $200,000 on the line. I'm locked in. I'm locked in, you know? Like, no fucking problem. I was watching it last night. I'm talking to Brooke. I'm like, yo, I think I could eat a fucking live squid. Like they do in, like, certain Asian countries, like Thailand or wherever. Yo, I think if you, 200K on the line, you put a fucking rat in front of me and go, eat it. I'd go, hype myself up. You couldn't? Bro, I would try. I'm at least trying. Like, bro, 200K, I'm eating a rat. I'm eating a rat. A live rat? No, no. I would kill the rat. I'd eat like not a live chicken. I would eat like a raw chicken for like 200K. Get salmonella. Go to the hospital. No! That's where I'm calling it quits. Tie my arms behind my back and throw me in the water. I'm done. Hitting the panic button. It's over. That's like the guaranteed thing I could not do. Like, there's other shit that I might be too scared of unless I'm in the moment and then I gotta find out. I know I couldn't do that. I would freak out. My friend the other day, dude, I just run through stupid ass hypotheticals like Fear Factor and shit. Like, I feel like the pain stuff, like, the other day my friend asked me, how much could somebody, like, say you have valuable information and somebody starts torturing you? What's, like, the worst thing that they could do that you could endure? I was like, I think if they cut off my pinky, I would get through that. If they start pulling my fingernails off and shit, though, no. Skin me? Yo, McChunky, I know for a fact you're tickle me. Okay, tickling, bro. Skin you. Chunky, they're not skin. Chunky, if that motherfucker brings out a knife and he go, or tickle, those are two widely different things, Chunky. You're saying you're strapped to a chair and they're trying to get information out of you. You're caving on tickling and skinning are the same level. No.
We're about to start phase 1, which consists of a 1.5 mile run under 10 minutes and 30 seconds.
What is that mile time? Under 10:30, a mile and a half. That doesn't seem that hard. That's like that's what, like a 7-minute mile? 3:30. Yeah, it'd be a 7-minute mile. 7-minute mile is not bad. 7-minute mile, like, I'd be wheezing, but, like, you could get it done.
Which is part of the SEAL physical screening test.
Oh, brother, chat's 2026. Come on.
Surf torture, sandbag caterpillar, and
surf torture. Can we get a little, can we get a little explanation on what the fuck that means? What is surf torture? See, like, if I'm looking at this list and they're not explaining it, okay, 1.5 mile run, all right, you know. I'd be able to handle that. Surf torture. The term torture is getting me a little bit here. I'm also not really a fan of surfing. I'm not very good at it.
And the gauntlet.
Like, I don't know how fast of a swim that is. Do you have to do freestyle too? I would do, what's the one where you go like this? Okay, it's kind of hard to do not in the water. The fucking, like, what is the back? It's not backstroke. It's like a back frog. No, it's not, dude. No, what is that? No, backstroke's like this. I'm not talking about that. No, not butterfly. Butterfly's forward. Like the reverse butterfly. That's how I'd be swimming in the water. Bro, they're swimming like this? No way. What the fuck is this swim style?
Pressure. They're committing to a standard that doesn't change when...
Chat, they gotta hit the... I tried the first humanoid home robot. It got weird. You gotta tell his what he missed. I mean, bro, 20 grand... 20 grand, pay a mother to do your dishes, you know? $20,000, and it's gonna suck. Because that's the problem is it's all first gen. It's like, you don't want to, I would maybe understand 40 years down the line a home robot being awesome. But the first one's just gonna be a waste of money, bro. You're gonna get $20,000. It's gonna be able to do such limited, what do you think it's able to do? It's not gonna be able to cook. It could clean and maybe, like, grab you items. That's all it's going to be able to do.
One little catch.
And maybe it's like, oh, my God. Is it VR controlled?
There may be a human behind the curtain, pulling.
I don't want it to be sensitive and delicate. I want a home robot that could grab a steel bar and bend it in half. What? I want a superhuman robot that could do tasks, so when I have to fucking move or do something, I just get it to do it for me. When I'm like, hey, Neo, could you actually cut the vegetables for me? Sorry, I'm not allowed to hold. I'm not allowed to hold sharp objects. Neo, I thought you'd be this painful to watch. Why are we playing epic music right now? Why are we playing epic music? We're trying to, chat, watch the scene, but tune out the music and just listen to him clanking around. Listen to him clanking around and how fucking awkward this is. His fingers, bro. Part of me thinks that these companies are just going to miserably fail. Like, they take so much investor money. They spend so much on tech that's outdated the next year. And then they get no customers. It's like all off speculation of this weird idea, like, of an ideal future. I really don't think we're going to have robots in our house. I think that's like a fucking wide inaccuracy of the future, right? I could foresee robots that maybe make tasks easier, but it would be more like niche machinery than something that's going to wander around my house that I give commands to. Like, this isn't Futurama, right? This isn't fucking, what's the one old show? the Jetsons, right? Like, this isn't fucking, like, what are we doing, you know? Nobody's gonna buy that. Even if, dude, like, the only way anybody would ever purchase this and they would be able to turn, like, an actual profit is if they were able to truly make it fully operable. It would have to work the same as a human, but for cheaper. That's what it would have to. The only way, it's not even close. And I understand he's like, oh, we need to train the AI model. Train the AI model, bro. You're not even near, even if you train the AI model to do it without a human operating it, it's still, dude, hey, Neo, could you go fetch me a water? Two seconds. I asked Neo to do it. Doesn't shut the door. Like, you gotta be fucking kidding me, bro. It's just gonna why? I don't need, like, I understand it makes your life easier, but it's like, bro, I'm saving 15 seconds and I'm spending 20 grand. Like, even if it was $5,000, the average home, even a middle high class American income wise, they're not gonna fucking buy this. My ass. That's what hey, I want Neo to wipe my ass. That's what I want Neo to do. I don't want to, no, I want Neo to wipe my ass. That's what I want Neo to do. Well, what the fuck? Neo's gonna do everything in your house. Can Neo walk upstairs? That's a question. Do you think they've answered that? Is Neo a one floor type of guy, or is he able to move room to room? If there's a lip on the ground, is he gonna fall, or what's happening there? Yeah, he can. I doubt Neo could walk upstairs well. I bet Neo falls down the fucking stairs.
The quality of that work will vary. And will
the quality of that work will vary. What would you use him for? He said he could do most things in your house. He can't cook. He could clean. I'll give him that. He could fetch items. He could organize things. I mean, that's it, bro. Like, he's not going to do your laundry. Even the cleaning's limited. He's not going to be able to fucking do your laundry and fold. I mean, like, maybe the dexterity could be there, but that would be hard. Dude. Wow. Neo could open a door for me. You know what I do? I open the door. I'm holding all the items in my hand. I open the door, and then I kick that bitch open. And then I fucking, and then it falls back. I catch it on my shoulder. And then I side shimmy into thing I think I'm going to see in the next week. This is like a really shitty Shark Tank pitch. There's literally going to be somebody in a warehouse in like fucking Sweden or somewhere random across the world controlling your robot through a VR headset. How many people do you think buy these when they come available in 26? I think people buy them because it's just like, I think YouTubers will buy them for videos. And I think there'll be like Linus Tech Tips or fucking some shit. Like, I think 4 YouTubers buy it, and I think like 20 rich people. All right, we actually have well, I don't know. I think it's actually it's quite peculiar. I think the robot's actually going to be available in the next maybe 6 months. Elon Musk says that every 6 months. Every 6 months. In the next maybe year, there's going to be another. We're going to have self-driving cars everywhere. And you're going to have a robot in your house that'll. What product in my house could do something dangerous if it decided to do so? Was my toaster going to activate itself? The stove's just going to turn on. Most things. Yeah, your Roomba's going to turn malicious. My lava lamp. As I say that, boom, it just explodes. I think people are going to do more of what they want to do if they had this robot. I think they would be more like a bum. They always say that, like, they always go, hey, this is like a technological application. This is something that's supposed to make your life easier so you can do more of what you want to do. But people are just going to be more bum-like. Like, I truly believe WALL-E is where shit's going to go. Also, This robot did the 6-7 emote 5 fucking times in the span of a 9-minute video. But I think we're going towards like a WALL-E-esque future. Not in the sense that like people are just going to be like sitting in chairs doing nothing, but it's like we're trying to give you more and more items so you don't have to do stuff. And it's not like, oh, so now I don't have to do this and I'm going to actually go on a bike ride. I'm going to fucking pick up a hobby. I'm going to read. No, they're going to fucking spam scroll on short form media more, eat more like shit, get less done, burn less calories, and get fat. Like, that's what's going to fucking happen. Disturbing fraternity hazing exposed by cops.
Does anyone want to be forthcoming on what's going on? Anyone?
Why is Brett hitting a T-pose back there? I feel like this is very uncanny. This feels like an AI backrooms video. Like they're all just like standing in a wet basement shirtless.
Anyone want to be forthcoming on what's going on?
It's pitch black with a speaker.
Anyone?
Can somebody explain this video? Fraternities, I'm assuming in the whole world, but this is a U.S. fraternity at least. I only know about U.S. frats. U.S. frats are for men, sororities are for women. Frats haze their pledges. Pledges are people that have dedicated their choice to the frat, but they're no longer a member. They're not a member of the frat yet, right? So if you pledge to a frat, you're like Teak. You're basically saying, I am choosing to be a part of this frat. I want to join. And then you're going through like a hazing process because you're rushing this frat. And it's basically where the people that are, you know, older in the frat that are, you know, initiated members and have been past the initiation or the hazing are now doing that on you. Sometimes it's very simple things like, you know, making fun of you. Bullying, effectively. Sometimes it's like bullying you. Sometimes it's making you drink a lot. Sometimes it's making you do drugs. Sometimes it's making you strip naked and walk in a circle while you hold the guy's dick in front of you and walk in a circle. There have been people that have died from hazing, and so the U.S. has a much more strict rule set for frats. Frats have gotten kicked off campuses for doing crazy things where they've, you know, killed people within their frat. There was a recent case, I think it was in Pennsylvania, where they made a guy drink like a fifth of vodka or something, and he was unconscious on the couch for like hours. Nobody helped him, and then he died. So yeah, it can get pretty bad. Most frats are not taking it to that extent. Like that, I don't want you to think that the average fraternity is doing that to its pledges. But this is one where they're probably right now. It's just, I don't know what they're doing. They look wet and shirtless. I don't know what was next. I don't know what they were doing. Were you in a frat? I was never in a frat. I had gone to frat parties, but I never joined one. Did you ever want to join one? Hell no. Because of this. Because it's like you pay to be in a frat. And they bully you before you're their friends. There is valid things. Like, frats do a lot of charitable stuff as well. Like, there's a lot of good fraternities. Like, I'm not knocking on the entirety of a frat as a whole, right? Like, fraternities can do a lot of good. They can breed a lot of connections for people within college for when they're out of college. They do provide some sort of benefit, right? But they also have a lot of downsides.
Police and firefighters responded to the Alpha Delta Phi fraternity house after a fire alarm went off.
Yeah.
Fire alarm went off. They didn't call and say that it wasn't an emergency. Oh, so this is just like a coincidence that they're going to stumble in here?
Pretty good. How are you? Good.
Joe, they are all thinking, do not go in the basement. Do not go in the basement. Guaranteed right now. This guy with the backwards hat is like, how do we keep them out of opening the basement door?
Hey, guys.
Why does every frat look like this? Actually, why every frat house feels like a house that was built in the 60s and has like clearly repainted walls, but like so much repainting that it feels like it's just like dripping off. There's like a level of moisture. It always feels wet.
Hey, guys. What's going on here?
Is a frat house where all of them live? No. Not every member of a frat lives in a frat house, but a lot of them do.
What's going on?
While downstairs checking the fire alarm, officers stumble upon a fraternity hazing situation.
Dude, imagine being a firefighter in full gear, thinking that a house is on fire and you stumble downstairs to like 30 half-naked men in a basement. I would be befuddled.
Sam's house.
Yeah, I'll definitely need 133 here.
This is the alarm here.
All right, who's in charge?
They have a fraternity president. They're just, I feel like it's him. Like there's no way. For him to go, it's gotta be him.
Looks like we have quite a bit of hazing.
What level is hazing illegal as a whole? I don't actually know what. I'm gonna Google that. Is hazing illegal? Hazing's illegal in 44 states. Wow. But I know frats still have, but it's like what constitutes as hazing? That's what's like very confusing to me. Somebody said, can you say no to hazing? Yes, you could say no to hazing. Yeah, no shit, you could say no to hazing, but it's like a level of peer pressure, and then you're also just not going to be in the frat if you don't get hazed. They'll just kick you out. So it's like a social pressure.
So I'm asking you.
Is there a hierarchy? Yeah, you have a frat president. You have a leader.
Who's in charge?
We can talk upstairs.
No, we're going to talk right here. Who's in charge?
A couple of us are. I mean, I don't know. I don't. Yeah.
I don't see a point in why he wouldn't just tell them, because frat presidents are it's public info. Even if they were like, I don't know who's in charge here. Like at some point they'd be like, this is the president of this frat.
I'll have to tell you.
Okay, well, we need to find someone who's in charge, because this is ridiculous. Hey, this stops here, guys.
Oh my God, they're blindfolded.
This is a police department.
And they're covered in like mud. What the fuck?
This stops here. Who's in charge?
They're upstairs.
I just, the problem with that I've always had is like, if you were hazed, say, because when you get hazed, they can be like really fucking mean to you. Why would I want to then be that guy's friend? You know? Because once you're past the hazing and the initiation, now you're a part of the frat. So, like, now you're boys. And so I'm supposed to be like, dude, you didn't make me, like, do all that for, like what the fuck? But it's like a constant, it's like, it's an initiation, but it's they did it to me, so now I have to do it to them. You know what I mean? Not a tradition, because when you say tradition, it makes it sound good. What would that be called? Like, is there a word for that? Where it's like, they bullied me. Yeah, it's like a cycle. Not a tradition, because a tradition makes it seem like there's like culture a part of it. It's not even a rite of passage. it's rite of passage is even, I feel like that's making it seem better. Because it's like, they're bullying me, they're hazing me, so now I have to do it to the people that are behind me. And the fucking weirdest thing is you could get hazed by a frat member that's younger than you. The majority of people that are hazed are like freshmen or sophomores that are joining a frat and they're getting hazed by juniors or seniors. But you could be a junior rushing a frat late and get hazed by a kid that's 2 years younger than you. I feel like I would be like, dude, what are you talking? Like, imagine you're 21 and there's a 19-year-old that's trying to haze you. I'd be like, brother, like you're telling me what to do. Like you can't even drink legally.
Start cleaning this up.
I
Everyone,
mean, they do, but
and take their blindfolds off.
Dude, I just had a flashback memory. Sorry, I'm going to pause this a bunch. I went to a frat party in Philly one time when I was a sophomore. I wasn't 21. And it was like two frats. There was two frat parties, and we went to both. And the second one, it was packed in this outside area, and it was so loud. And the cops showed up. And I was in the back. I'm not advocating for this, by the way. I was in the backyard with a few of my friends and a few people that we had met. And a cop walks out onto the porch, which is like, it's like this balcony that's above everything. And he goes, and he starts screaming some shit. I just hopped the fence. I darted. Everybody just, I saw like 4 people hop the fence, and then it was like a wave, dude. Everybody just ran. I just got out of there. I mean, I just fucking ran out of that shit. And then we walked back. I ordered Taco Bell, and then I passed out. That was bad, too. There was a few frat parties I'd gone to. The last frat party I went to was my junior year. I didn't go to any my senior year. I went to a frat party my junior year, and this guy recognized me, and he was on like 3 different drugs at once. And he was like handing me these open drinks, and I just took them. And in hindsight, I was like, wow, that was like so stupid. Because he could have put anything in there. Anybody could have put anything in there. It was like an open beer that they would be like, dude, Joe Bart, here's a beer. And I'd be like, oh, thanks, man. Fucking just drink that shit. They could have just drugged me. Never got drugged at a frat party, though. But then I did get drugged at Barstool in Philly. So.
Commands to clear the room and get out of here.
Fuck that place. Never go there.
But no one's moving. Apparently they're taking us pretty serious.
I guess.
You in charge?
You said.
Still haven't found out who's in charge?
Might want to ask our house dad.
Where's he
Oh
at?
my God. Is that it? Dude, he can't even fucking speak.
Might want to ask our house dad.
Where's he at?
Summit. Working at Summit.
House dad?
Summit, that's cool.
So, you have
obviously,
someone else coming here?
yeah, the lieutenant's coming.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Definitely figure out why you wouldn't let me pass you initially.
What's crazy is this cop's probably only like 3 years younger than this dude.
Questionable.
Yeah.
I get it.
I would probably be calling your house dad or whoever to get him here, since ultimately
Wish I could.
he's probably in charge, right? Unless someone else is in charge.
I don't have his numbers.
Yeah.
Which Russia is.
You don't have your frat leader's number?
Yeah. Do you guys know how the fire alarm got set off? Or just from it's manual. Goes off.
So it's this one in the hallway here. How it got set off, I'm not sure.
Yeah, like the cops can't just walk out. There's 40 naked guys in the basement. They're just supposed to be like, all right, well, there's no fire.
I don't think it was down here. It's upstairs.
I can tell you it was this one.
It was really?
Yeah.
I don't think they're supposed to stay. You guys had to do this too.
Sounds like you was smoking cigarettes. Sounds like you was just screaming. Like he was just losing your voice.
Yeah. I don't know what this is. I mean, it's not like you guys didn't know there was 15, 20 people down in your basement. Come on. It's not that dumb. It's fine.
I'm getting a little frustrated.
Dude, it's like this weird, awkward silence because nobody knows what to do next.
That no one's telling me who's in charge of what's going on.
I mean, can we get the fucking half-naked guys that are covered in mud and piss with blindfolds on to walk out? Like, they're just standing there while everybody talks. I'd be like, hey, can we, like, go upstairs or outside? Like, why are we just, like, sitting here having a chat? The frat can't be mad at you if a cop tells you to leave. That's the line, man. I understand it's like you got to listen to, like, your frat leader, but I'm like, dude, if a cop's telling me to fuck off, like, you leave.
I can help you out, but I'm not in charge. Literally, I'd like to help you, but I'm not in charge. Yeah, I mean, we asked you to call your house dad, and you said, I don't have his number. Like,
How do you not? He's your house dad. How do you not have his number?
I don't live here.
Okay, and what are you doing here?
He's a live-in. He lives upstairs.
Oh, so you do live here?
He lives here. Yeah.
He lives here. No, I don't live here.
He's your buddy here saying different.
So my name's Lieutenant Carlson, University of Police Department. Who's in charge of the house?
Oh, this is an Iowa frat.
Our house dad's at Summit.
Okay, we need him now.
You think this is Iowa State?
He's at Summit.
Okay, can we get in contact with him? So here's the deal. From what I'm being told, this is like shutting down chapter type stuff. I need to start talking now.
Okay. It's 1 o'clock.
Yeah, that's fine. I need to talk to people.
Control Summit.
Oh my god, it's 1 in the morning, dude.
Can I call Summit?
Yep.
I'm not calling Summit.
I have no contact with Summit. You hear
They're
my
not being
voice.
very helpful.
No,
Nobody in here has any way to contact.
Sorry, out of curiosity, I want to know what day of the week it was. It's November 15th of 2024. It's a Friday. I was going to say, if this was on like a Tuesday.
The guy that's in charge of this house.
Why? I don't know. It'd just be more crazy if you were just like... I feel like being hazed at 1 a.m. on like a Tuesday would be a lot crazier than like, you know, the weekend.
This is all going in the department, so we're only making the situation that much worse.
The frat's cooked. I'm walking out if I'm one of the kids getting hazed right now. I'm going, why the hell am I doing this? This frat's not even going to be a thing in 6 months. I'll see you over at the next frat. I'm going to walk over and see if they'll let me join.
No contact.
Okay, we need to find somebody that does.
No one does. He's a house dad.
Is there anybody in my chat that's in a frat or was in a frat? I'm taking it out of sub only. Don't lie. Because I know I have viewers that are in frats. I have like, who's in, not Sketty. Oh my God. Chat, who's the chatter that comes in here all the time and tells me how he gambles a lot and he's drunk and he's in a frat? 10 tacos. Yep, there we go. 10 tacos. Imagine this was 10 tacos. Imagine that's 10 tacos. Not me. Me. Okay, so 8%. 71 people are saying they've been in a frat. Did you guys have hazing like this? Like, I've heard crazy stories. The craziest story I ever heard was from one of my friend's dads. Because hazing is still bad in a lot of frats. But it was worse, like on average, it was worse, you know, years ago. Like, your parents' frats were crazy. I remember one of my teachers that was in a frat said he had to steal shit. He had to go steal signs from a bar. And so he would walk in, just stand on a step stool, take a fucking poster, and just run. Which is just committing, like, petty theft. And then there was another one where this is the craziest shit. Whether or not this is a fake story, I don't know. They would stand in a circle, and there would be an Oreo in the middle. And they would all have to, you know, choke the chicken. And whoever, you know, went last had to eat it. Soggy biscuit. That's a line. That's a hard line, right? Like, how good can the frat be that you're like, I'm willing to do this for, you know, it'd be crazy too. Imagine you're the guy that's just like, you're in the circle and everybody else is just, you know, ripping it and you're just standing there just staring. You're just like, Joe, you have to, man. You're like, no. I'll be the last.
Aren't you all supposed to have contact with him?
I feel like that, yeah, you assert dominance, you'll be like, I'll be the last one.
I never see him.
What's his name?
Eric.
Eric, you don't know.
Take one for the team, they start crying. Dude, that'd be nuts. But that's just fucking crazy. I'm like, I understand there's a level, and we were just watching a video about how, like, people in a higher position of power than you telling you to do something, so many people just do it, especially if the people around them are doing it. But I'm like, this is hazing, but like, I get the kids going, yeah, I'll stand shirtless, covered in mud in a basement with a blindfold on, right? Like, they're not hurting me, but it's still fucked, right? But the second they're like, all right, you guys got to walk in a circle and grab each other's dicks, I'm like, no. No. Sororities would do crazy shit too. I heard about one called Coker Blow, or Blower Blow. One was cocaine, the other one was something else.
Don't know. You're just blocking the door so we can't see you live here. How does nobody live here? Just hanging out.
Frats notoriously are talked about in the hazing sense the most, but sororities also haze their members.
No, you tell me. No, you tell me. I don't know.
You go to University of Iowa?
Yeah.
You do? What's your major?
Business.
Business? What's your name?
Why?
Just wondering what your name is.
Jose.
Jose? Jose, what's your last name?
Why?
Just wondering who I'm talking to.
I want to tell you that. I don't want to tell you that.
Okay. How old are you?
21.
What? He's actively drinking alcohol. Oh my god, he's drinking a Bush Peach.
All right.
What's my ID?
Yeah, you got an ID or anything to prove?
Oh my god, why is he vaping right now, brother? Just hand the ID.
I think it's fake.
Huh?
I think it's fake.
You think it's fake? You think it's fake or you know it's fake? There's two different things.
Is he trolling the cop right now? I think this guy's rage baiting a police officer.
Campus 142.
Yeah, I think it's fake. I would check it if I were you.
One by deal number at Iowa when you're ready.
It's definitely not Jose. I go by Jose. I need to talk to these people here. I need to step over here. I'll step inside.
Okay.
Oh, did they clear all the guys? Oh, nope.
Is anyone in here that needs medical attention? Is anyone here that is against their will? Is there anyone here who is not participating in this? I.e. a leader?
Is there anyone with any sort of physical injury?
Oh my god, you're one of the leaders? Bro, that's a crazy tactic I didn't even think about. You're one of the leaders in the basement actively hazing the guys, and then you hear the cops and you take your shirt off, cover yourself in water and mud, and put a blindfold on? Just stand there? Just act like you're a part of it? Holy shit.
No. I'm almost.
Huh?
It's almost like this about with the guy standing here. What's all over you guys?
It's just water.
Just water? What's on that dude's tie?
I'm not sure if someone.
I swear to God, if I hear piss or cum, I'm going to freak out.
Serena. Who's old places?
Nope, you're gonna stand right over there.
Why?
Because I'm telling it to.
It's my house.
It's your house. You're responsible for everything that happened
I'm in this
today.
fraternity,
So, okay. Tuck in right there.
You know what's nuts is this is where they hold the parties too. Not a guarantee at this frat house, but most frat houses hold parties in basements that are like this dirty.
Get up against the wall. Come over here.
I never had the only frat parties I had fun at were the ones in the spring that were outside, because those were chill. Because there was space. They would sometimes have like a really gross pool that was ice cold and muddy. And there would be, no one would swim in it, but there would be like 5 people that would be peer pressured into jumping into the pool. That was kind of okay. But the winter parties where they would throw them in the basement, I would be more hyped for the pregame, postgame than the actual frat party.
You're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna stand with your buddy over here.
Oh, they were like slapping him in the chest. Do you see that?
Milliken, take these two, ask them questions about what's going on their arms.
What's on their arms?
So, are you responsible for the house? No? Okay, who's the house dad?
I just told you he works at f***ing Summit. Go call him. Go there and
What
fucking
was his
Summit.
name?
Eric, I told you.
Okay.
Why are you asking me?
Because it sounds like you're responsible for the house.
No.
Sounds like you have some idea of what's going on.
No.
You're not very forthcoming with everything.
How about you ask the f***ing house dad? Who are you, 30 years
Two we're trying to get a hold of.
Okay, go call him. Please.
Stay right there.
Stay here.
You guys got IDs on you?
Yes, sir.
Let's take a look at them. Step back. I don't know if you do.
This is
back
private
up.
property.
Can we is there no lights in the fucking house? What are we doing? What are we doing? Why are we walking around? Why are we I just realized this. Why are we walking around with flashlights? Is the power out? What the fuck? Do they walk? Is the whole house just dark?
Yeah, I can stay here.
Yeah, but right now we're investigating something that's going on.
Investigating what? There's nothing going on.
Dude, they were definitely playing like Crazy Frog on that shit. Full blast, too.
Does anyone want to be forthcoming on what's going on? Anyone? Because you got to see it from my perspective. What the did I just walk into?
Celebration.
Nobody? Celebration of what?
Of life.
Okay, sweet.
Yo, that's making it sound so much more like a cult. Oh my God. A celebration of life? They were blindfolded wet in a dark basement. What are we doing? Celebration of life. Dude, what's nuts is they're I didn't even think about this. The guys that are getting hazed are probably like really drunk. There would be ones where it's not like a case race, but they would segment you into groups too, and you would have to fit. It depends on the frat. They do different shit because they just come up with whatever they want to fucking do. I'm just telling you stories about what I've heard, where it's like, because I have friends that have been in frats too. They would give you, I don't know if this counts as hazing because they could say maybe it's partying, but they would all give you like the pledges. You know, they'd split you in groups of 5, give you a 24 rack of beer, 2 bottles of wine, and a 5th of whiskey, and go, you got to finish this by the end of the night. And so it was like, all right, you know. Oh, my God. He has, like, bite marks on his arms.
Okay, you too. The reason I pulled you guys aside. We're here for public safety.
That's 100% hazing? No, I know it's hazing, but I'm saying it's like, obviously hazing's illegal in 44 states. I'm saying what they count as hazing is like a weird gray area.
Yeah, at this point. What's on your arms?
Oh.
Where are you guys going now?
They kind of look like they're covered in oil.
$127. Can I get you back down here? What's on your neck?
I don't know. I can't see.
What is that? What is that? What is that dried stuff on his fucking neck?
That looks like blood, is it? Shine your light. Is it blood?
That's what I'm asking.
Want to taste it?
No.
Okay.
Do you see why we're here? Why we're asking questions?
I don't know. You got the wrong guy.
I mean, bro, we're not getting kudos points right now for nodding along with this.
I was going to ask those guys questions, and then he told them all to start heading out.
What's up?
I was going to ask those 2 guys questions, but then they all started following out.
They left.
No,
Oh, is he telling him to leave?
I stopped them, but he was...
Misunderstood. Did you pull these guys out?
No, I went to go talk to those guys, and then they started coming out.
Why did we come out?
So I said that. I said they should come out.
You said it?
I did.
So you're in charge. I know you said you're not in charge.
You're not in charge.
Okay. You president?
Yes.
Step aside.
The officers finally speak to the fraternity president.
I'm going to tell you first and foremost, I'm a little frustrated, but we're going to get through it, okay? What's going on tonight?
It's their lead up to initiation.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the deal with what are we doing in the basement?
It's basically a ritual where they're blindfolded.
Okay.
And get messed with.
Okay. So the entire time that we've been here, which has now been, I think, 15, 20 minutes, we have been demanding to speak to somebody in charge.
Why would you want to be in a frat? I mean, from the perspective of somebody that's in a frat, and from talking to people that have been in frats and going to frat parties, I get there being some level of them being fucked with that they deem worth it. Like, one of my friends was a roach man, and every time there was a blunt, he had to eat it. So if they finished a blunt, they would hand it to him, and he had to chew it and eat it. And from his perspective, it's like, okay, I have to do that. That's gross. But then once he's past it, And he said he swallowed like 20 or 30, like not over a day, but like over the course of whenever he had to do it. And when you go to these frat parties, these guys, like, I don't want to say it's like power tripping, but like they have power, right? When you go to these frat parties, because when you're in college, the majority of people that go to these parties aren't 21, right? Because the reason I didn't go to frat parties my senior year is because I was 21. I could go to a bar. Why do I want to go to a dirty basement, right? I would rather just go to a bar or a club. I have to pay to go, yeah, but you have to pay to go to a frat too. So it's like these guys are basically getting money, and I mean, obviously the money's going to the frat, but they're like doormen, and they have, they're cooler because they're the frat parties. And then those frat leaders also have nights where it's parties with other sororities. So it's like, not only is there a power incentive for them to join, they also deem it as like a cool thing to do, right? Because there's parties they have where a bunch of people go. Oh, and there's nights where like frats do nights with sororities. And like a sorority has like a date night with like a frat, and they party together. And then obviously those guys want to get laid or they want to do other shit. So it's like they're seeing it as like, well, long term, I'm getting some benefit out of it.
Where nobody knows you, apparently, in the house. Okay. Nobody knows who's in charge. Like, here's the deal.
I'm too European for this. Europeans are different in that Europeans get drunk in a field when they're like 12. Like, the shit I've heard from some of my chatters that live in like the UK, it's like they do crazy shit in Europe, but they do crazy shit in Europe, and it's like thinned over a 10-year period. Whereas like in the US, a lot of guys do nothing until like right before college, like senior year. Then they start drinking, and then they just go fucking crazy.
Hazing event, right? We're going to do a report because we responded to a fire alarm, which we were trying to get people to evacuate because of the fire alarm. But from my understanding, you guys refused to evacuate from a fire alarm after an officer is ordering everybody to vacate the premise. And then on top of that, we find this hazing event. We want to speak to somebody. Nobody knows anything. Nobody knows anyone. Nobody knows what's going on. This is going in a report. The University of Iowa is going to see this. Okay. And with the stuff going around across the country, students dying from hazing.
That was the guy I was talking about.
Events. I'm not saying it's to that level. I'm not saying any, but the university has a very, very strict policy on hazing.
Wasn't this kid permanently disabled? I think this is the most recent one out of all of them they've showed.
If I can't talk to people,
no, it wasn't.
And if people aren't going to cooperate with me, that's their right. They don't have to speak to me. However, that means only my observations are going to go into this report. And I'm telling you right now, it's going to look worse than if people can kind of explain to us what's going on, right? Because then I can at least put your guys' side of the story in it as well. So I guess I want to know what we got going on. Like, you're saying it's a ritual prior to initiation?
Yes.
Okay. I guess I'm asking for some cooperation and some coordination with your people here.
I will say, it's to his credit, he's acting a lot. I get why this guy's the president off of the surface level conversation he's having with the police. Like, he's being a lot more professional than the guy that was hitting his vape and going, I think this ID's fake.
Just tell your people, like, hey, if that's what people need to do, just politely tell us that, right? So I guess I'm looking for you to kind of be a leader here and help us out a little bit and start trying to keep everybody in line. Okay?
I apologize.
Okay, let's go back inside.
I just want to, if we can get that guy out of there, I just want to coordinate some way to make sure that there's no injuries, there's nothing.
Where did
which
guy
president?
Yeah.
It's
Okay. I just texted him. I said, shit. I told him you gotta leave.
It's your guys' house.
Okay.
However, if the supervisor of the house, president, says he is not welcome here, then I'm going to escort him off property.
I think
if he refuses that, then he's going to be arrested.
We'll walk him out. Yep.
Okay.
Who? The guy with the Iowa shirt?
I would take care of that because
Yeah, I
the
would.
longer he
Chris, you wanna
stays
go?
here,
Yeah.
I mean, he's getting close to being arrested.
Oh, the guy that was hitting his vape.
The next day, police
Jose.
pay a visit to Joseph's apartment after he was very uncooperative the day before. After 10 minutes of talking, he again proved to be uncooperative and difficult to deal with.
So you interjecting yourself into that conversation, what good does that?
They don't need to talk to the cops. I don't even.
Why are
speak to
you
right
deciding
now.
who they need to talk to, though?
I'm just saying, they're my buddies. They're my friends.
Right. The police are doing an investigation.
About what?
They're trying to figure out what's going on in that room.
What was going on in the room? What have you heard?
So they're doing an investigation.
Yep.
You don't dictate.
I don't know, man. Like, why? Like, it's just making it worse to just because they already saw what. Like, just explain it, right? Just be like, hey, they had to stand in a room and you would cover them with like ketchup and mayo and shit. Because that might have been what it was. The one kid looked like he had mustard on his tie. They might just be dousing him with water and shit. And that might not. I don't know the legality on that, right? I don't think it was cum, McChunky. I think that would be. I think that'd be crazy.
The investigation, right?
Yeah,
That's for the
I
police.
don't have
That's
any-
for us to investigate, right?
Yeah, I get
right. You understand that?
Yeah.
So why are you dictating who the police can talk to and can't talk to?
I'm just telling my buddies not to talk to them. That's it.
Okay. So you're interfering with the police officers.
Not at all.
job.
Not at all.
But
He never said, "Oh, if you don't get away, you're getting arrested." He never said that once.
He did tell you to step away. He
I
told you
stepped
to
there
walk
for a
away.
second, and then he said it again. I walked away.
No, you didn't.
Okay.
So he asked you
I
to
would
walk away.
like to end this conversation right now, please.
Okay.
I would like to have a word here.
Okay.
And if there's anything actually happening, you can call me again. But it's been a pleasure. Thanks, fellas. I didn't catch your name.
So this is Lieutenant Travis Tyrell.
Travis.
122, we'll take you. What'd you say your name was?
Joseph.
All right. Joseph? All right, so unfortunately for you, at this point, you're being placed under arrest. You can put your hands behind your back.
Joseph was arrested for interference with official acts in connection with the hazing incident. Those charges would be dropped a year later. The Alpha
Yeah, I didn't think they really had much to stand on there.
Delta Phi fraternity was suspended through 2029 for hazing.
See, I actually have a genuine question here. When this frat gets suspended for 4 years, when it can get redone, how does a frat, how do they start it again, right? Because generally speaking, if a frat gets banned, all their members have to disband the frat. So then when it's 2029 and the frat becomes a thing again, how do they get new members and a new president and all that? Like, I'm assuming it's just like, oh, starting a new frat. Like, it's like new members entirely have to be like, this is what we're going to do. And then it's like, you know, you get a new wave of people, I would assume. But like most frats have been going on for years, right? Where it's like a cycle of new and old people. Is it illegal to haze? In 44 out of 50 states, yeah. All right, I got to piss real quick, then we're going to hop into the next video. See you.